out there, but it's a tool that I've been looking at for 30 years and using with a good degree of success. So that initial balance has always been an important area or level or range or for me as far as trading is concerned. It tells you, where that first hour of trade range is. Right? Sometimes that can be the entire range for the session. And then watching what happens as it leaves the initial balance or leaves it for good or comes back inside of it. There's good information in there. So, IB haters,
Order
and hate.
filled.
I love the IB.
I want to get to that. I want to put up a poll. Are you an IB hater? Yes or no? Are you an initial balance hater? Yes or no? We're going to find out who the haters are, who the haters aren't here, Hogue. Let's get to the bottom of this. But yeah, that was a great breakdown. Put that poll up. Are you an initial balance hater? Hogue is looking far and wide, high and low. See, who are you haters out there? That's good stuff, though. That's how you see the distribution of the first hour of trading. ES,
Yeah, and
right
it's different for different markets. Like the initial balance for gold is 7:20 to 8:20 a.m. Central Time.
Order
the
filled.
equities 8:30 to 9:30 Central Time. Crude oil 8 to 9 Central Time. Treasuries and currencies pretty much
Order
7:20
filled.
to 8:20 Central Time.
Pulls up.
Those are the old pit open hours when all the volume starts.
Order filled.
Nice. A lot of people aren't. I don't think there's many people that hate it. It's a good tool if you know how to use it.
It doesn't work for them, or they haven't tried it and it just judged by looks.
All right,
People
pulls up.
usually hate stuff
Order
they don't
filled.
understand.
You IB here. Your initial balance. Yes, I knew that was going to happen. Did you try IB? You IB? No, I'm not. No. Oh wow. All right, let that roll.
Interesting levels around here where for all of August, pretty much, this is by far the area where the most volume is traded, around 64.70.
Order filled.
So it would need some juice, some gas for the goose, I think, to get through here.
It'd have to be a headline, man. I don't see this market really going anywhere today unless a
Ahead of
headline
unemployment.
pushes it.
Headline. Well, let's keep an eye on these speakers. Goolsby's scheduled to speak after the bell. Typically, he does a lot of the mouthpiece for the Fed, if you will. See if he wants to get some. He wants to get some comments out there before the closing bell. We got that poll up. Let that thing cook for a few. Looking for a headline, you say, Dakota. Well, we were talking about tech. We were talking about Google yesterday. We were talking about Meta. We were talking about Microsoft all throughout the week. Heavy tech. I think I know what they're doing for dinner tonight. Bring that in. Big time dinner. Look at this.
Nice.
Major tech leaders will be at the White House Thursday. President Trump is hosting a Rose Garden dinner for a number of tech CEOs. Expected guests include Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg, Apple CEO Tim Cook, and Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates. The White House says this is the first event to be held at the newly renovated Rose Garden patio. First Lady Melania Trump is also hosting a rare public event at the White House Thursday, which will focus on artificial intelligence.
I mean,
AI.
Yep, I want to be part of that dinner.
Open that checkbook.
Yeah, is that remember the inauguration?
Do we sell a quiet
Question is,
market?
are they going to be serving hamburgers?
I mean, what do they eat? New renovated Rose Garden, by the way. Chief Design Officer.
Hey, I'm waiting for that UFC fight on the White House lawn.
Yeah. Yes, Melania. Okay, here we go. Hogue, we get to the bottom of this. All right, we can kill the poll. Hogue, you're looking for those IB haters. I'm not really seeing them. According to the poll here.
Order filled.
There was a person in the chat named Robert that was always saying the IB's done. It doesn't mean anything.
One person.
It's outdated.
One person.
But he hasn't been around lately. I don't know where he went.
One person. Hogue remembers.
I like Coach Robert.
Not him. Not that Robert.
Not Coach
Riz.
Robert.
I know, I'm joking.
Not the
Yeah,
Riz.
85%.
Just be in the chat.
Order filled.
Oh, are we going to fill these 400 contracts in the NASDAQ? We're getting close.
Where is it?
515.
Thank you, Dakota. Look at that.
They're not
Ooh,
filled.
Phil. Nice
Okay.
catch
Sounds
there,
good.
Dakota.
Okay.
Cooking new highs ES. Well done. New highs ES 64.76. Those 60s were nice. Pushing higher here in the NASDAQ as well.
All right, now we're pushing above the IB a few points in the ES.
Order filled.
Information here.
I gotta,
Yeah, what do we
There
got
it
here?
is.
gotta see this.
80% long.
27.
80% long in the NASDAQ tilt right now. Trade 23,520.
Hmm. So yeah, S&P is
85, I
taking
like.
out the IB high. There's information coming
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Nasdaq not yet, but we'll see.
400 lot to the upside. 23,538. 538 offered 400 times. In the NASDAQ, we saw that 500 lot filled.
Yep.
Oh,
ES
he's gonna
cooking here.
smoke it.
There's another one. 538.
Yes. And
Be curious to see if these start getting filled now. Does that mean that change anything?
question. Something
Buy the dip.
changed. Yeah. Yes, very, very strong now. Just lifting offers. Hook, was that negative delta? Did that they unwind that whole thing? They got short in the hole.
Well, yeah, I mean, S&Ps are now positive 2,300.
There you go.
Nasdaq positive 1,000.
They got caught. Hand in the cookie jar.
Unraveled.
Yes, it did. 23,522 last trade in the NASDAQ.
Got to remember, I mean, as we get deeper into rollover, Delta is going to mean a little bit less.
Yeah.
Certainly, it certainly seems to have worked the last couple of days, though.
I think it's been giving us great insight. We saw it yesterday in Power Hour. Wow, okay, someone's hitting the buy button in the ES. ES not done. Print new high 64.79 quarter. Just printed. NASDAQ not quite. NASDAQ closing on that.
Order
400
filled.
lot to the upside. 20,538 offer 400 times. About 20 points higher from here.
85, I'd get short with Doom.
85s.
Order filled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to shorts.
Order
for
filled.
daylight
Yeah.
today at the top of this.
It's coming soon. You guys were talking about initial balance. I'm an odd cat. I like the 27-minute chart, and it's at 54. So there's one more 15-minute bar. If it doesn't smoke me, this would still be at play, and if it does,
Order
I'm
filled.
absolutely fine with it. Size is right. The day is odd. Chilling. Saw money. Saw heat.
Can't take the heat. Can't take.
Hey.
Can't take the heat. Out of the kitchen. I love it. You're seeing the swings right now. You did micros though.
I'm not at my best score today. I could have utilized kind of scalping the range with a little bit more size and being quicker on in and out with size, but news and kind of wacky. 50 SMA is fairly flat. We either accumulating for up run or not, or looking at just the decision. Are the participants going to sell it off from here or not? Or this was the Bible dip, and they're coming into realization above the previous high that okay, this is where we're gonna try to catch it and ride it in the next leg up and the next leg up. Still not set here, relaxed, chilling. Another day at the job. You know how it is.
Yeah, absolutely, Doom. I like it. Shout out to Flyer Jim. Flyer Jim, how you doing? Flyer Jim in the chat says, "Where'd you go? Amazing how I can now. Okay, amazing how I can use the same strategy and make 1,500 on practice, only 350 in a combine. Sykes. Yeah, what's going on? The difference is there, but good realization there. Flyer Jim, keep grinding, man. Good to see you as always. Also, shout out to Brooksy. Saw Brooksy in the chat saying, remember when Top Step TV had only 5,000 subscribers? And here we are on the march to 180,000 subscribers. One more time, please click subscribe, click thumbs up, click like, and click notify. Upper right-hand corner. Got Parv in the
Feels
chat
like
saying
just
big soft
yesterday.
soon.
Feels like just
Kind of
yesterday,
rejected the
man.
IB high there. Yes. Bounced a little bit.
Yeah, you got 20 minutes to wait and see if there's any kind of failed auction. which with the NASDAQ not taking out the IB high, I think kind of increases that probability. But it's not.
I'm gonna
It's
be
it's
honest.
hanging above that IBI in the S&Ps. Not ready to short it yet.
Yeah, I am leaning a little short bias now, going back to just the middle of the range. If we're gonna play a range trading day,
I feel that. Yes. Oh, we got, we said about the 18 minutes to the top of the hour. Perhaps failed upside auction. We're staying a little strong up here. I know Jack's got his eye on what, 85? You said 64.85 in the ES, perhaps.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, there we are. We just broke the high, the IB, and the ES. Right at it right now.
It's got range written all
Mhm.
over it.
yeah, we're gonna range. It looks like back
Yeah.
back
It's
down
now
to
or
Getting a
never.
470s.
more expensive trade.
Sellers coming in. Yeah, they really popped that
Yeah.
thing. Just couldn't find the volume. Couldn't find the
Yep.
push.
Price checking overnight highs on ES.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Our
Order filled.
market participants, our friends and colleagues take this as a buying opportunity, or they're like, okay, this is it. Dump it. Dump it.
Dump.
Yeah, I just see that 600 lot up at the highs. Duncan. Duncan locked in. Always, that's my trading buddy, Duncan. Always got their eye out for that size on ladder. Using that level 2 data on Top Step X. Seeing that 600 lot up at ES 64.79 offered 600 times.
Those 520s acting as major resistance again. I mean, this is the kind of price action you could take a nap, wake up, and we might be sitting around these 470s to 480s.
We NASDAQ turning around now. Yeah, looks like it is range. Look at the range going today. We saw that, what, 80% long? That tilts. That tilt's been showing a little bit here.
Order filled.
498. 498 last trade in the NASDAQ. Topped out. 200531. Have turned around from there. What else do we have on the schedule for today? The president's been pretty muted so far. And we have Myron. Myron is testifying before the Senate Banking Committee. Looking for confirmation to take Kugler's spot. What region is that? Or is it Cleveland, Jack? What, I forget.
It's a good
I've been
question.
putting you on the spot all morning, haven't I?
You have. I don't know all these things.
Sorry about that. You're the smart one,
You
man.
know everything.
You're the smart guy, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. Duncan, my wife's boyfriend. I miss what happened to my wife's boyfriend? I've been putting Jack on the spot all morning long. I don't know the answers. That's what my trading buddies are for. I lean on them.
Yeah.
They're the cheat sheet.
AI.
AI, yeah, just say AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, but just hold right now.
Yeah. Just,
We're gonna.
I could see
that was
this market just chopping the rest of. I mean, we've seen that big spike in power hour yesterday, right? So curious to see how this price goes into non-farm payroll tomorrow. If we get back down to those 440s, 430s, I'm going to be looking for a long. I'm going to play today as a range day going forward right now. I mean, I'm still locked out for another 5 minutes, but a short up at those 520s were very, very tempting. If we get back down to these lower end of
Yes,
today's range, I'm going to be looking for buying. Just buy low, sell high type of day.
I do. Hey, Doom, talk to me about this price action right now. You're still short the ES, still short the NASDAQ, micros as well. What are you seeing over there, Doom?
I'm debating. I'm waiting to get that key information. We're going to hold above these highs here and potentially continue our run up out of this very foggy, I could call expanding volatility pattern or megaphone.
Foggy.
And
Is it foggy
that's
because of
what
the
I'm debating
smoke?
on.
Is it foggy
Stay
because the
full
charts
above.
are just looking a little? What's foggy?
It's not as clean because we made
Gotcha.
lower highs
Right.
and then kind of really widen it up. But you know, astrology for men.
That's exactly what this is, man. It's exactly
Anybody
what
can
all
read
this
it in
is.
their own way.
Uh huh.
I
I
put that
did
one
say
in the book.
yes, it is. Look at gold here, 36.04 last trade there. Oh, gold still got a 40 buck range overnight, making all-time highs yesterday. All-time highs in gold. What was that price? 36.40. Time highs in gold yesterday. Well, we're trading 36.02. Oh, gets a healthy pullback, right? Needed, right? They get a little overextended to the upside. And
Yes,
so
it is. Yes,
to
it
be
is.
expected.
Yep. Feed the rally.
Uh-huh.
It's like being long and selling one to
Hey,
feed the rally.
I'll tell you what, Hogue. Luckily, it's not around Valentine's Day. I remember back around Valentine's Day, Hogue's like, if gold gets up to $3,000, we're gonna take that gift back for Mrs. Hogue. He was just joking, of course. He was just
Of
joking, of
course.
course. But we are well above 3,600, about $600 higher in gold.
Uh, I gotta get
Let's.
you to remember that, Andre.
Order
Oh man,
filled.
that was a good one. I liked it. You got lucky, Mrs. Hogue. All right, 64.77. 64.77 last trade in. ES, about 2 points off the highs.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Eh,
not
it might be
seeing.
pushing here.
How long are you going to hold this trade for, Doom? That's my question is, will you let this play to the rest of the day if we just go sideways, or do you have a
I
timeline?
will I will get a key information at 10:54 and past that. So there's about 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Yeah, I know for a fact that I'm going to hold it in the next 7 minutes, and depending from there, I might reverse it, try to
Mhm.
jump on a potential long, if.
Okay, lots of ifs.
But I like how you put it. Hold it into the end of the day. I'm still looking for that 373, 378 now, 380s range to act on M&Q. And honestly, that should line up with a 456 and under or on ES and
Mhm.
MES. Yeah, if we get that, good stuff. Probably start trailing it. If not, still good stuff. Can't win them all. I could have
You're chilling,
utilized a
man.
little bit more in this range, kind of, selling, buying, up, down. But
Yeah.
it's Thursday, a short week. I'm taking it easy. I'm coming off a fat finger loss. I don't really want to trap myself into a unpleasant day and erase 1, 2, 3, a 4-day green streak.
That's right. I like that.
Yeah.
How much did the fat finger cost you, Doom?
Oof. I
Yeah.
blinked and I was down $2,800, and
Damn,
at that
yo.
point, it's like,
Oof.
why
Yo.
do anything?
I know.
Ouch.
I
Yo.
blinked again, and I saw the message to watch Stop Snip TV and another Discord.
Oh. You always bring the
Hey,
positive vibes.
that's good advice. It's implemented
Uh,
in the platform. It's good
uh,
advice. You're definitely going to learn some stuff from this show and the Discord.
Oh, love it, Doom. Love you, Doom. No, we got number 82 on the big board. Doom in the house. Got Coach Dakota in the house. Coach Dakota, nice comeback, nice jab. Was down. What, you down about 1,200 in the XFA or so?
Yeah, I was down 1,200, and fat finger, like you said, Doom.
There
You
you go.
blink and you're like, oh, what happened?
Hey, you
And
were quick. You were quick on it.
yeah, I mean, I've learned you make a mistake like that, you just get out.
Get out.
Get
Whoops,
out.
and
Yeah.
don't try and hold and
Your fault.
hope. If I would have held, it would have been much, much worse. And then grinding my way back. I'm watching this for opportunities. I'm able to trade again here in like 40 seconds, but I'm not seeing too much, to be honest. It's a quiet day. I don't like selling quiet markets, but the sell opportunity right up at the top of this range, if it's going to be a range bound days, possible. So it's kind of a catch 22. When I'm decisive, or undecided,
Oh.
the best play is
Do nothing.
usually nothing. Yeah.
Yep.
We got the 5-minute
Stop
watermelon.
there in the
Green on
Smack
the
that thing,
outside,
didn't
red
they?
on the inside.
They just smacked that market down about 5 points in the ES, back down to 64.75. Nasdaq didn't budge too much, but we did see a little bit of a sell off there. Hogan, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Andre.
What if? Yeah, go ahead.
Somebody mentioned in the chat, by the way, that the CEO of Baker Hughes was going to be on
Saw that.
CNBC.
I gotta hear what this
Oh,
person has to say.
We
I
got to
mean,
watch that.
they gotta come on Friday.
Oh.
What are they doing on a Thursday? I guess they gotta work tomorrow. They got a big number.
Tomorrow's their Super Bowl.
Yes.
I would love to
Gabe,
see
I'm
these
coming to you
stocks
to
pop.
Yeah, Baker Hughes, what a gig. Hey, Hogue, question. Any such thing as a fat finger in the pits? I know MP once got filled on like a 300 lot or something in the spoos. It wasn't necessarily a fat finger. You just say filled or sold, and you're what? Anything like a fat
yeah,
finger in the pits?
yeah. So if you're like Michael did, somebody put an offer out there and he said buy them all. Now, if the guy didn't say, 300 at, the price, he didn't say 300 at even, and all he said was at even, and Michael said buy them all, Michael didn't have to buy them all. But if he said 300 at even and Michael said buy them, then Michael's buying them all. The only time that you could really do a fat finger is if there was 300 on the offer and everybody was trying to buy them and you said buy the balance. You're thinking maybe there's 20, 30 left, whatever it is. You say buy the balance and he goes 150. Whoops. You're on for that. You're on for that.
Okay.
Now there were
Yeah, what you're
also
asking for.
situations where I sold you one, Andre, and you thought you sold me one. So we both think we're short. It comes out in out trades.
Out trades.
And if the market is higher the next day, we'll both make money on it because a sell versus seller, a buy versus a buy for one lot is a two contract position. So that would be kind of another fat finger. It's more of an out trade, but if I bought one from you and you thought you bought one from me, we both bought it from each other. So if the market opens lower the next day, well, then we can buy those contracts a lot lower. We'll both make money on it. But if we open higher, we both lose money on it.
I did not know that one. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
No kidding. Sell. Oh, man. Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore with election. Fascinating stuff. See, I'm telling you, who's been around and sees shit. I did not know that was would be a possible out trade. Good stuff there, Hope. All right. Put a fat finger.
See, these
All right, you
stories
saw.
make me appreciate trading from my home and computer and digital trading much more.
It's efficient. But boy, don't doom. Those fellas on the floor, they got paid, man. You should see the commissions roll over. Hogue would be eating steak all week on roll week, man. Just going from one month to the next month. Look at that. He knows it. Steak and lobster and roll week. He absolutely loved it. He got paid what, $3.50, $5 round turn. Anyways, we'll get back to that. We saw the big announcement yesterday. For those that missed it, I want to hear it one more time. Gabe, come on in. Hit him with the news here at Top Step TV. What's up, Gabe?
All right. Well, speaking of fat fingers, you ever fat fingered an XFA day one without getting to a payout? Well, here's an opportunity for our traders that you've been asking for. Starting yesterday, one bad day or bad trade does not have to cost you your Express Funded account. We've given traders the option to reactivate and go back to funded and take up to 2 more shots at the best payout policy in the industry. You can see the reactivation fees here on the screen for you for each account size. Here's how it works. So any Express Funded account that you lost starting yesterday, you can now reactivate. You'll see a button that says back to funded right in the Top Step dashboard, the new dashboard that is. It's only eligible for Express Funded accounts with no payouts taken. Reactivate each Express Funded account up to 2 times, and you have 7 calendar days to decide once you break an XFA. It's the same simple payout policy, no consistency target, 5 winning days, $150 or more. And this is available now. So that's all I got for you guys. I'm going to send it back to you, but we are getting back to funded.
Thank you, Gabe.
All right, I'm taking a short here at 501.
In the range?
Yeah, I'm going to play this range.
Okay. This is the
How many
XFA.
times have I talked straight? And Coach Jay was on with me last night during slow markets, and we say it all the time. Man, we call out some amazing trades that we just don't take.
Dakota, you seen are you first of all, your XFA is unlocked? You're back in the XFA?
Correct. Yeah. I locked myself out for 30 minutes there.
I love this.
settle down and wait. And so I've been
Cool.
patiently waiting for this. And this is a
Okay.
setup. This is a range bound play to
There is.
play back to these 470s or the middle of this range. And so I took it.
So Dakota, you've been trading NQ since that fat finger, right?
Yeah, so that fat finger, I had a bigger position thinking, like, okay, I'll get in with like 5 micros, right? A bigger micro size. But that was the Nasdaq. I'm okay with taking one contract on the Nasdaq, depending on the
Sure.
setup, but not a full micro position sizing in the Nasdaq. That was the fat
Right.
finger.
That's 10 times. Right? Okay.
Yeah, it's major difference. It was, I think it was allowed me into three. Yeah, three minis is a lot different than 3 micros.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, it is. Yeah, Nasdaq is kind of like feels like Sisyphus pushing the boulder up the hill, and then it just falls back to the bottom. And trying to push the boulder up the hill, and then it falls back to the bottom.
Well, Nvidia is up again, but just 15 cents, which is 3 Powerballs in market cap.
That's hilarious. Yes. Hey, Doom, can you update your position, please, my friend? We make sure it's accurate up there at the top of the screen. What's your position one more time?
I'm down unrealized about $60.
You're flat.
No, I'm not flat. Unrealized. I'm still
You're
in.
short. Oh, you're still short.
I'm yeah, still in. Still in. If this we flip over this high, I'm gonna save a couple of bucks. I ain't gonna be too stubborn on this any longer.
Okay, so Doom short 1 MNQ from 23,492, and also 1 MES from 64.69, I believe.
And a half. Yeah.
And a half. Thank you. Update there. Top of the hour coming in about a minute. Dakota's, what did you? We got crude continue to push higher, $63.55, about 18 cents off the highs. Dakota's short from 501. What's the downside? If you're playing the range, what time frame are you looking at to take this short?
I'm looking at this 5 minute. I'm looking at this
Okay.
5 minute. Lots of resistance. Like these 520s is a major resistance from yesterday, overnight, today, and if you're playing range bound, that's what I'm looking for. The only thing is, this is where I have a bad habit of overthinking sometimes, because I don't know if this is PTSD, where I'd say my stop loss is a better entry. Because when you're range bound, sometimes we do get those whipsaws, run some stops up above,
Right.
or at least run the highs and then turn around like we did. So that is what I'm always thinking in the back of my mind, but I can't let that get to me. Can't let it get to me.
All right. No failed upside auction in the S&Ps.
Top of the hour. Yep.
Waiting for 83.
83. No failed upside auction. So perhaps looking pull back to the IB.
Longs want it to hold above 64, 74, 75. 74 in the orders.
Yeah, I'm gonna bail. I'm gonna bail on this one. I'll get back in if we do reject.
Guys, ES.
Yields are rising a little bit. 10-year back above.
Order
4.2.
filled.
It's been pretty low. We had like
Order
10-year yield
filled.
in the last 4 months. 30 years back to about 4.9. Right now we're at 4.2 on the dot. We got as low as 4.175.
Okay. And keep tapping. We're still looking at 85s.
Order filled.
85s. Euro close. Bottom of the hour. 29 minutes. 29 minutes. What was that? Yeah, I saw that, James Hansen. What was that? For a lot at 23,538. There you go, troops. Troops been locked in today.
Anyone else got the biggest 0-day call level at like 64.75, which is what we're approaching, which would be around 85. in the futures. So that is what I am waiting for.
Got you, Roger that. Dakota, you took this short trade looking at the 5 minute range. Are you working a bid at 23,500, lower end of this 5 minute range?
No. I don't like to work bids. I'll wait and join bid
Order
if we do get
filled.
there. I always make sure I have my stop loss in, and I'll manage the trade manually.
Some stops. Stops just popped. Grinding higher, 64.80 in the orders. New highs ES. Will NASDAQ go with it? 23,531.
400 lot on NQ at 538. He's going for it.
Yeah, I'll get back in this. I'm gonna get out of this one. I'll get back in if we do start to reject again.
5.
You're flat now?
Correct. Yep, I'm flat. Minus 185, 184.
Okay. Dakota down $1,200 in that XFA with a fat finger. Was able to jab his way back. Then took would you lock out for 30 minutes using the manual lockout
Correct.
timer?
Yep.
30 minutes.
Yes.
Take a cool off.
Yep,
I
30
really
minutes.
love that. Cool the head and clear your mind, and then get back in. Didn't get the trading. Didn't get the trade. Wanted to cut the losses early. Cut the losses early is exactly what you saw right there. Football trading right there. Cut the losses early. Looks like this ES
Yeah,
continues to.
I'm just so cautious on shorts anymore, Andre, where it's like if I'm short, just not worth holding on to a trade. Easier to get back in.
Keep them tight. Keep them tight. Keep them right. Know what I'm saying, Andre?
I feel that. I was trying. Oh, definitely. You put me on the spot with that one. You put me on the spot with that one. Would you get back in?
All right, I'm back in. I'm back in. Let's see if we could
What price?
reject through these 30s. This would probably be my last attempt here at this short.
What price did you get short from? You got short from 30?
27 3/4.
Okay, I like that. And this is again, you're playing off the 5 minute range?
Correct.
Oh, never.
Yep. 5 minute. This is a major resistance zone. If we break it, then so be it.
I'm short with you 5 MES. The thought being that then I can add 5 more at 83 in case we don't get the level.
What price?
64.78 half.
78 half. All right. Last trade, 78 quarter. I was gone short 5 MES. 5 MES. Dakota short. What are you? How short 1 mini?
I'm now short. I added to this. I'm short 2 at 25 3/4.
Order filled.
Okay. 2 NQ.
Correct.
Like this, Jack. All right, take a look at the tilt. 60% long on the tilt ES and the NASDAQ. 73% long crude. You got your close, bottom of the hour, 25 minutes. 25 minutes. Well, the London close. What do we have on the tap for today, you ask? Oh, yes. We got, of course, morning recap after this. And we've got Trade with Top Step, Coach J, Andrew B, Hope, Shoulder Tap with Jack and Aaron. And we got Ho, Senna G, and Jay, the Lunatics for Lunchbox Trading. Top Step X API session with Coach Robert and Jay, and then self
Order
Jack,
filled.
and Mohammed in Power Hour.
Okay. I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm
going
gonna
to hold it.
take
I'm not
both
going to hold it
upstairs.
into this run. Yeah, I got that one really quick.
Okay,
Tightening
flat.
the ES trade.
Yep. This market's too strong.
Okay. Next, 400 lot filled. Thank you. I missed that 400 lot. I got the ES ladder up. 400 lot fill in the ask there. Spectral. Let's trade the NASDAQ to 23,536. 536.
Scared it away.
We're going flat, flat. All right,
Let's
we'll have
mark it.
yeah, yeah. Okay, let's
All right,
update those
okay.
PL.
I haven't got a feel. I'll give it a little bit more meat, but it's definitely about 1/4 of my stop initially. Tighten the risk on the ace trade, keeping an eye on NQ, MNQ. It's now or never. If we see that reversion to the mean, and will the buyers come up and pick it up again, or we're truly going to move up and they're going to start picking it up here? Be like, okay, this is it. This is it. Buy for the breakout or something.
Sure.
I don't know. You know.
Yeah,
Nope.
it's
About 50 or something. People long on crude.
what do we got there?
73%.
Oh, now look at you looking the tilt. My guy. That's my guy looking the tilt. That's my guy.
It's all you, man. It's all you. I
No, man, you
usually
got
look
it.
at it during Asia. I'll place an
Yeah.
order, and if I see it move, it means that I'm like one of the few demonstrating it. I close it and I go away. If I see myself move the tilt indicator, I close everything and I walk. I had to learn that the hard way.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you see yourself move it?
Hey, you buy like I don't know 12 micros and you see the tilt move, the position
Oh,
you
yeah.
took. Like, okay, yeah, it's time. It's time. Nobody's trading this junk. I'm gonna agree with the majority that this is not a tradable market. Out. Come back tomorrow.
One right here, 20,530. Euro close in about
Yeah.
22 minutes at the bottom of the hour. Then top of the hour, you have EIA crude inventories.
Order
Go to
filled.
that. That's always a doozy. Now just showing up the upper end of the range right now. The 5 minute here in the ES for the last 30 minutes
Dude,
or
what do you got there?
so. 64.73 downside.
Yeah, John
Okay.
Ross, that's what I'm looking at.
See if we get to the downside of the range. Yep. 20,531. Last trade in the NQ. Gold. What we got down there right around Coach Ray's level, 35.92. Now trade 36.07. 76% long on that crude till train crew. Get ready for that number. We're closing at 180,000 subscribers. 180,000 subscribers. Click subscribe. Click thumbs up. Click bell. Please notify. Wells McMahon says, "What's up, boys? What's up, Wells?"
Wells Bells.
Bells. Hey, Doom. What's your position now? You still got
I'm
that?
looking to add to this up there. I'm keeping an eye on Dom. Are people willing to buy the top today? Position is unrealized 126 ish, 120.
Let's go short for 64.78 half. On the range hold. Upper end of the range right here. Overnight VWAP in the ES 64.68. That slope is still up and to the right ever so slightly. It has flattened out just a bit, meaning that volume has taken a bit of a break. We're seeing some volume accumulating here. Maybe we might get a push here. Another 400. What's up, Spectral? You've been locked in all day.
Let's see if we could get
That
this
was a hell of
push
a
down
mechanical
lower.
move to end the day yesterday.
Yeah.
I wasn't on for
Okay, I
power hour, but it
added.
was quite the last.
Yeah.
Okay.
I added
Did you,
again.
coach?
So I'm in. Yeah, I'm short. Total now 3 from 529. Let's see if we get a pushback down.
Go to lower end of this range is 500s. Just saying, look at the 5 minute right here.
Order filled.
Correct. That's where I'm going to peel one off.
There you go. I like it. That's the range. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Okay. Took profit for one.
Beautiful.
Unrealized 1,000 now.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's short, the upper end of the range. Feel the one lower end of the range right there. We'll see if some buyers want to step in and hold it.
Right?
This is the range. Look at the 5 minute. Play the
Yeah.
extremes.
The watermelon.
Yes. Yeah. Close
Yeah,
one off right
Coach
there at
Dakota, I
500,
told you.
Andre. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'll
overthinking
be coming
sometimes.
up
Andre knows
with
his stuff. Yeah.
Overthinking, right? Market's not going anywhere at the moment. We'll see something maybe about in the hour, 18 minutes. Short the upper end of the range, maybe. Yeah. Some off at the lower end of the range. Look, well, keep an eye on crude right here. You can grind higher, about 18 cents off highs. Off the highs there, $63.56 in crude. How hell you hanging out around the highs? 45,469.
I'm looking for these 470s, 480s. So,
hey, why
my
not
shot.
380s? Let's be generous, Coach.
Come on. Dude, base hits, man. All right. I mean,
Base
this
hit.
is not.
Hey,
My base hit was 500.
500s are the
Yeah,
base hits, if I may. I'm not.
that's my base hit.
That is
I
a
took
base
profit there.
hit.
And the nice
were
thing
you in
about
the
having
minis?
multiple contracts, you could leave a runner on, and
There
that's
you
what I'm
go.
doing. I'm leaving a runner on. I got my base hit, and
Very
yeah,
nice.
yep, 500 was a base hit. You're right.
Well done.
Okay.
So you short
28
one or
points.
two now?
I'm short two. I have two runners going.
Order filled.
If you peeled
Those
one
are
off
best.
here, Dakota. You peeled another
I'll
one
watch
off
your
here,
chart.
then you
Looks
could
better
really
than
have
mine.
that runner.
Yeah, I will peel another one off here if we get. I'm looking for these 90s. I'll peel another one off.
Are you working the bid? Work the bid, Dakota.
Okay,
We're
got my
96s.
second one off right there at the 90s. I'm going to move
Beautiful.
my stop now into
Now
some profit.
that is trading the range. That is a range trade right there, Dakota. If only we had a runner. Well, lo and behold, we have a runner now. Now you can really, really manage this trade in the money, move the stop, lock in profits. Nice range trade there. Saying, oh, these markets are dead. These markets are quiet. Nothing's happening. Little base hits there. You go, Dakota. What do you
Very well
realize on this trade?
executed, Coach. Like taking the small cuts. Okay, this is it. Step on it. That was nice. That was
You
very
guys get to
nice.
see me watch get chopped up right here near these highs. But it's cheaper to get back in than to hold it. And yeah, got back in. I added when it started going in my favor finally.
2005-03, 503. Michelle in the chat says price action is trash today. Price action maybe just a little bit more muted than we're accustomed to. What we're seeing right now, Dakota took a short top right there around 420 or 527. Feel some off right around 490, 495, 500s, and look,
Great.
going right back up higher here.
Bounced exactly at the initial balance high, 74.75 in the ES.
All right, we got London closed. London closed in 15 minutes. I haven't heard from my main man, James Harden, in a minute. Guess that's not true. I heard from earlier today. James, come on in. What do we got? Welcome aboard. Happy Thursday, James.
Happy Thursday, everybody. You know who it is. It's me, and I'm here to tell you about some things that you need to know to make sure that you stay in the know with Top Step TV. For example, did you know that we stream not only here on YouTube, we also stream on X, also known as Twitter. Our good friend Eddie Horn loves to call it a Twix. Are you a left Twix or a right Twix guy? I'm right Twix guy all the way. Death to left Twix. Anyway, on X, you can watch us, you can hear about us, you can follow us, you can get caught up on the latest information on everything you may have missed. We post highlights,
Order filled.
contests, giveaways. And, while you're there, follow Top Step TV, follow Michael Patak for some little hints and tidbits of what is yet to come here at Top Step. So if you're not already following us on Twitter, we're going to drop a link in chat soon. Please be sure to go ahead and do it. Or just head over to twitter.com and search Top Step TV. We're the ones that look like this. Also, today on Trade with Top Step, that's coming up after morning recap with John Hoagland. We have Andrew joining us. Andrew is one of Coach Hoop's original VIP traders who is still trading in his VIP account from season 1. That's right, Andrew A pit raider started off as a VIP trader, like many of our season 3 traders, worked his way through that combine and earned an XFA, which he still maintains today. So if you want to get some insight on how you can have longevity in your trading accounts, look no further than Trade with Top Step. That's today at 11:15, right after morning recap with John Hoagland. So don't go anywhere. Join Coach Hoop, Andrew, and Coach Jay, I believe, as they trade it up with Top Step. I'll be back later with some news, Andre, but that's what I got for now.
Order filled.
Thank you, James. Yes.
Order
That's good
filled.
stuff.
I am flat. Took profits right there at 500, 490s, and yeah, got chopped up a little bit. Yeah.
What was the realize? What was the realize on that trade there, Dakota?
So right now I'm flat plus 425.
Well done. There you go. Only had the runner. It didn't run this time. Okay, all good. Took 2 off for profits. Right, had the third as a runner. Didn't go. Boy, locked it in. Also had the potential for a bit, double or a triple, if you'll talking about baseball terms. But did get I got a little push higher here. What has happened?
This is not the short that I want anymore. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Out.
I'm flat.
the 483s?
149. I'm cutting it here. This is no longer what I wanted. If it falls like an anvil, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Anyone considering taking a short up here again? Anyone thinking about taking a short here again in the NASDAQ?
No. Not me.
I'm actually debating buying ES.
Not okay. What's changed?
Nope.
What has changed in market structure in terms of anything that would say nope, not going to short up here because short 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 last 40 minutes or so shorts have. We're in the range. We're in the range.
I think Jack pretty much said it. The S&Ps bounced right off the IB high. That is the market attempting to accept higher pricing. We haven't seen that same thing in the NASDAQ, but the NASDAQ has kind of lost its Sisyphusian behavior. Like it would kind of rally up a little bit and then get whacked. Rally up a little bit and get whacked. We haven't really been seeing that since. So I'm kind of anti-short for the time being because of the S&P and holding above that IB high.
I'm thinking opposite. I'm thinking a breakout to the long side.
I'm long.
Like you were.
I'm long 3. 535 even. 3 micros on NASDAQ. 100 bands expanding.
I like it.
I cannot be short against volatility is kind of expanding on my indicator, and we pushing up. It's a breakout thing.
We thought the same thing at the same time.
64.75 though in the SPX though. I think this is where we can get some resistance around 83 to 85 here. So that's why I entered this trade with you. I'm just holding it a bit longer.
Doom, what's your position?
535, 3 micros.
Long?
Micro NASDAQ. Long.
Good.
To the moon, baby.
Order filled.
Kakumba. We do have some headlines coming out from Myron. Trump's variety of policies is quite disinflationary. Nobody asked me to pledge to vote for rate cut.
Order filled.
If nominated for a longer Fed term, I would resign from the CEA, not the CIA, CEA. I don't know what will happen if I go to the Fed. How about that? It's from Myron.
Is this a rinse and repeat trade? Is this a rinse and repeat trade? It could be.
9 minutes to the bottom of the hour. 9 minutes to the bottom of the hour. That was also the London close.
It's a Euro close.
Euro close indeed.
Put on that Stockholm hammer.
Yes, the hammer of justice.
Yeah.
I think look at the tilt. Nothing really doing on the tilt just yet. 60% long. What was it? We have 70% long in the crude.
You have that 400 contract sitting at 548, like right above the session high.
Mhm.
If we pop up to these session highs and reject, I think that's going to be that would be a decent signal to get into that same exact trade, Andre. And I agree with you. Maybe run back right down to that 500 level. If we run up to these 550s, reject and reverse.
550s would be, yeah, that would pop some. That would be high of session.
Correct. Yeah. If we hit the session highs and then reject off of it.
Yeah, we're gonna need some catalyst here. ES kind of just tapping on some highs here, drifting a little bit. There's no real conviction. I've seen the conviction to really take the top off this thing. Maybe he's upticking a little bit. This is a few times and it has come back into right back to the initial balance high. 7 minutes. 7 minutes till Euro close. 64.82, 64.83 last trade in the ES. 84 is now print.
Oh, well, we filled some of those contracts at 400. They didn't move. It didn't move those 400 contracts. At 548. Sorry, 548 3/4.
Yep.
You bumped into it.
No highs just yet.
Good.
New high day says Dan Evans. Yeah. It was new highs with conviction. You see some stops get popped there. Again, lows in the ES. Hit those lows right. What was that? One of those bells. ISM. One of those ISM numbers. 64.56. Session lows in the ES. Currently trading 64.82. So 26 points higher. Low day in low session in the NASDAQ. 23,410. About 130 points higher from that right now.
Just no follow through, man. No follow through.
Exactly.
Let's see if we could get into a possible another short, rinse and repeat
Here to
that
the
trade. Now,
85s.
6 minutes to the bottom of the hour. Also, yeah, Jay Hufo. Yes, oil inventories. It is typically it is a 9:30 a.m. Central. I assume you're Eastern time on a Wednesday, but it is a shortened trading week due to the holiday on Monday. So
Mhm.
crude oil inventories will be at 11 a.m. Central time, probably noon your time. Yeah, that's always a doozy. Actually, remember last time, Dakota? When's the last time that number came out in line? And it
Yeah,
came
I know,
out
I
in
know.
line. Lo and behold,
It
like,
did.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. There it is.
All right, I'm back in 537.
Yep. How many?
Short.
One. Yep. Yep. I'm just gonna get into one and then I'll build the position.
Sort of 7. What, are you just gonna work 300? Sorry, 500 to the downside.
Yeah, I'll be working that same exact trade. Same trade
Love it.
setup.
Love it. Range of a range of a range. Book Heaven says market feels boring. I think game's going on right now, actually. Boring just because it may not be whipping around. We got this range holding here on the 5 minutes. You'll close.
Yeah, let's see.
4 minutes. 4 minutes to the bottom of the hour. Gold chilling on 36.04.
We are short 10 MES.
10 MES. All right, average price.
80 quarter would be the average price.
Yeah.
Like if I can take half off like Dakota if we get a push down here. But 85s is really the level that I am interested in seeing if we find some resistance there.
What price, Jack? If you want to peel some off.
84.85.
Oh, I'm talking downside. If you want to peel some off.
Maybe initial balance high.
Yeah, 74,
Test that
76.
again.
Okay. It bounced right off.
74.75.
74.75. Roger that. 74.75. Sevens. Let's see. 50-50 on the tilt right now. Hey, Dylan Bowles in the chat. This price action kind of expected today with big economic report. Everybody's waiting on tomorrow. Absolutely. Non-farm payroll tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. Central Time. Huge, huge number. All eyes will be on that. Fed will be making a lot of decisions after that. We also have a new boss, BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Okay.
Let's see how that number.
I added to that.
How many are you short?
Short 2 from 538.
Short 2538. Roger that. Let the Dow grind higher, but Dow does its own thing over there. 3 minutes till the
I'm gonna
bottom
close
of
early.
the hour.
I closed that one early. I want to see if we could hit this 300 contract and then reject, and I'll get back in.
You close it all together?
Correct. Yeah. I closed it early.
Yeah, we got 300 sitting on the ask at 23,548. Those were filled, and we're pushing higher. There's that
Okay,
breakout.
now I want to see that rejection.
Nice cut there, Dakota.
Thank you.
Sure. Dakota is now flat. Dakota's flat.
Correct.
Doom is
Yep.
long.
It looked like we were going to fill those contracts,
Yeah,
and we did. Yeah, Doom's long.
Send it.
Send it,
Okay, so
Doom.
we're at 64.75 right now on the SPX. This is my resistance.
I was stubborn enough.
Break through it.
Stubborn enough. Bands are widening. I cannot stay short against this. I longed it on a. It's got a risky bind at top, but this is a somewhat is a setup. I'm looking for a counter right here on the 1 minute. Gotta be quick on this. Make the decision. If it closes halfway through on the 1 minute, I might start cutting it. But so far so good. It's one of those explosive cucumba type of breakout things that if I'm not really aware of what's going on in the market and stuff, I tend to miss these.
Hmm.
But if I am and I'm on point, things just work out.
All right, there's that rejection that I wanted to see.
Yeah. I see that, Dakota. That's gonna still short 10. I mean,
There's
yes.
still gas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got the Dow grind higher here.
See a little bit of volume piling up here at right around 64.85 in the S&Ps. That's Jack's level there. Lots of kerfuffling going on here.
Lots of option hedging going on there.
Mm.
Yep. In the Nasdaq, about right off the opening bell, you saw these prices print. Sellers came in quite aggressively and took it all the way down to essentially session lows. I did see some stops get popped up here, making new session highs 23,556. Yes, 64.86 session highs there. 50-50 on the tilt. Euro close 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Let's see what happens after this. If anything.
Okay, I added to the short. Let's see if we could get this rejection that I was referring to, and if not, this is going to be my last trade of the day. We're coming up to the end of fast markets.
I'm getting there. Dakota, what's your position of?
2 from 547 3/4.
547, 547.
And I'm watching more than just the Nasdaq. Everyone, I'm watching Google still down 1.25%. Apple's down 0.5%. AMD's down 1%. Amazon's just hovering around +3. So we're not seeing a lot of follow through on the overall markets. That's why I'm okay with fading this.
I see you playing range.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for those 500s again.
Damn right. 2005.41 last trade. Euro has closed. It's about short 10. MES from what do we got? 80s? 80 half. Jack, are we working? What do you say? 60? I'm sorry, 74s? Working 5 down there?
Yeah, I don't work profit targets just in case there's some huge dump for some reason until it's much closer. Unless I'm not going to be at the computer, I don't put in profit targets. Unless I'm in bonds or something where Q position matters. Well, yeah, because what if something terrible randomly just happens and we drop 200 points in the ES? I feel silly if I just said.
Even if you're gonna shave 5 though, I mean shaving 5, you still have 5 on for a runner.
Well, right. I'll take it off. Like I know where I'm going to take it off, but I'm not going to leave it sitting in the market.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about how my thought process is, Jack. There's been some times where it's like, man, this market gained so much momentum. If I had my take profit, it cuts my profits short. Whereas entering it manually, and there's always give and take, right? Because sometimes it comes down, hits it, and then bounces, and I'm a little too
That's the thing.
slow
This
to
type of market,
get out.
that's the only thought. This type of market, nothing's really booming right now. You get cash register. Who calls it a cash register type trade? Let's see if we go back to those 500s here. Dakota short 2 Nasdaq from 23,547.
Order filled.
536. 536. All right, let these trades manage. Let these fellas manage these trades.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, Backley says Dakota stop gambling. I'm sorry if it looks like gambling to you. Sometimes
Gambling.
Sometimes that's what it is. You don't understand
gambling where?
something. It might look different in your perspective.
Hey, how about the high? If you're gonna call somebody a gambler, if you boy do it right here, how about the high? Big balls, baby.
I'll be signing off for recap prep here in just a minute. Dakota, Doom, Jack,
New highs oil.
Andre.
Sounds
Always a pleasure.
Take care, I'll see you in morning recap.
You,
Crude pushing higher here. 63.69. 4 cents off the highs there. You want to talk about gambling? I love you, Doom. All right,
Hey,
James,
you
come on
gotta
and let
call
these
it
guys.
what
These
it
guys
is.
are locked in on their trades. I want some hard hitting news on this day, the day before non-farm. James, what do you got? We'll let these guys let them light up a cig over there, dude. Come on in, James. What do we got? Wow, look at this guy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hollywood.
Hello,
Hey, what's up?
everybody. What's up?
Order filled.
Is that you, Andre? I can't see too well, and it all has to do with my first news story. Breaking news, guys. Sun gazing or staring directly into the sun is not good for your health. All right, don't believe everything you
No
read
shit.
on TikTok. No, see, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Apparently, Jack, who said that?
That was me.
Oh, Jack, thank God you're here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw this cool thing that said staring into the sun is an ancient Egyptian practice, and it's best to do it at
Order
sunrise or
filled.
sunset. I don't know how I have to tell you guys. Don't stare into the sun, guys. Don't do it. I don't care what it says on TikTok. I don't care what it says on Twitter. Don't stare into the sun, even if it's in the early mornings. I cannot believe this is a real article, but as soon as I saw it, I said, that's news too. So yeah, I don't know where this new trend comes from. I heard that taking your hand and smashing it with a hammer isn't good for your hand health either. So don't do that while we're on the kind of obvious things to talk about. But Andre, if you were thinking about going out and staring at the sun later, don't.
I mean, you remember what the president did when we had the solar eclipse, and he just raw dogged it right into the eyes of the sun. That was incredible.
It's a show of power.
Absolutely.
It's okay, you're right. Don't look into the sun unless you're trying to prove the sun wrong. All right, if you want to prove the sun wrong, I can't stop you. In other news, let's see. California is having a geese problem. That's right, Foster City, California. Gaggles of geese have been creating a poop problem. It's so bad. How bad is it? It's so bad that it's about 400 pounds of goose waste a day they are leaving along roads, sidewalks, trails, everywhere you go. And wouldn't you know it, how are we going to combat that? Well, they first proposed culling around 100 or so geese, but the animal lover and all of us said, just chase them with dogs, use lasers, send drones after them. So,
they do
there's a lot of different ways. We always say there's many different ways to skin a cat. There's a lot of different ways to scare a goose.
Hey.
It does say, yes, one of the leaders of the public there says drones, lasers, and dogs, all of it. I mean, it's an experiment, I guess, to whatever would work. I don't know how drones would work. I don't know how lasers would work. I do know they are afraid of dogs. So,
I guess they are.
Good batting average. Just the drone doesn't work, hit them with a laser doesn't work, send in the dogs.
Lasers?
So,
sounds expensive.
It does sound expensive. The laser is supposed to be more of an inconvenience. The drones are supposed to scare them, and the dogs, well, they just chase. They see animal, they chase animal.
Yeah.
So good luck, California. I hope you guys can do that. Here in the Lake Trail, I know in Chicago we have a couple geese. Don't anyone ever tell you Chicago isn't dangerous. There's roams of geese out there trying to step in front of you when you're on your bike on the lake trail. So careful,
courses, man.
Yeah,
very careful. They're mean as shit.
Big elk and deer.
They're pissed off. The mama goose, they do not mess around.
Order filled.
No. I was a couple years ago. I was out there jogging, and I guess I got too close to one, and one trailed me for a while. Picked up the pace. it fell back, but I thought, dang, I'm getting chased. And finally, a headline you think would be out of a body horror movie, but in fact was real. A hot mic catches Xi and Putin discussing organ transplants and immortality.
Order filled.
They say, let's see, Xi was caught saying with modern technology, they say that it used to be rare for someone to be older than 70, and these days they say that at 70, one is still a child. I can't think of
respect. That's okay.
Yes. At 70, you're still one is still a child. That they say, according to technology, as we find ways to prolong our life expectancy. And I can't imagine two better people to have immortality than featured here on the screen. The three little chums walking along. I'm remiss if I didn't bring up the movie Repo Men. Has anyone seen that movie?
Yeah.
Like stealing organs.
Yeah, it's kind of not stealing. It's what do they call it when they come take back repo? They're repossessing your organs in a world where you have artificial organs they can create, put it in your heart, create lungs, and all of a sudden you can't own it anymore. The repo men show up and they take it from you. That's all I could think about when I read this story.
They got a 30-year loan on my heart.
Yeah, exactly. So will the secret to long life and immortality be cracked by these three gentlemen on screen? I sure as hell hope not, but we will stay tuned and follow this story as dear leaders live forever, I guess. I think this kind of stuff should be reserved for only certain people. Maybe like Bill Nye, the science guy. He can live forever.
It would be an honor for dear leader to have my liver. I don't know if he'll want it, but it's there.
No, mine's bruised and battered with years of drinking. So, not for you.
Liver go for it.
But anyways,
open market.
On the
Years of drinking.
Start dabbling in some organ dealing, huh? All right, Andre, I'll meet you after the show. We'll start looking it up. I'll take lungs now. Gil's coming a week.
There you go.
All right, guys. That's the news too for you. We'll see you later on. Still a lot of bell-to-bell action. Don't go anywhere.
You.
Nice.
I love you.
Wow.
Say it back.
Wow.
I love you.
I took profit for one.
Well done.
At
Nice
520s.
Well,
20.
2025, man. Nothing can surprise me. Absolute zilch. Like they're talking about immortality, organs. There's a deficit of conspiracy theorists with all that stuff just coming up to surface. Wow.
Tinfoil
I
hat,
wonder
man.
when Amazon will start offering those.
What?
year?
Organs?
You get a new liver or maybe a heart from Amazon next day delivery.
Prime
you
Day.
can pay
Sick.
like IKEA, have like a special person to come over, install it for you, put it together.
Hey, you never
In your
know.
house.
You never know. We laugh, but
Yeah.
that was
AI. Why not AI,
AI.
coach you how to do your
I
own
mean,
pitches
James
or
with the
leg
sunglasses.
transplant?
So Hollywood now. Love it.
I'm getting cooked on this long.
All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at these markets. See, you got gold. Gold trade 36
Order
right
filled.
now. Much more tame than yesterday. Yesterday making all-time highs. 60 or 36.40. Some change there. Dow right around the highs right now. 45,541. Last trade in the ES 64.82. Last trade in the NQ 23,530. Dakota, let's break down that trade. I know you're still short one, but you got you played the top of the range there, short from 23,547.
Order filled.
And
Correct.
You took
Yep.
profits, peeled off one.
correct. Yep, I got in short. Like I was talking, I wanted a run of highs and then a rejection. We got that run of highs, got the rejection. I got in short too. I took profit here at 521
Order
for
filled.
one contract. Now I have a runner, just identical to last trade, right? The only difference is maybe a little bit of location, how you get in, position size, and I'm looking for same thing, Andre. Same thing. Retest of these 500, maybe 490 level, leaving a runner on, and yeah, I'm like I said, I'm continuing to watch the market overall. Apple's down, almost 3/4. Google's down still a quarter, 1 1/4. Nothing's really changed. Like nothing's really moving, to be honest.
Exactly.
MicroStrategy's down 3 1/3.
Like it.
Bitcoin's down 2% in the spot market.
Yeah.
Oh, there we
Buy the
go.
dip.
Crude pulling back a little bit. Crude's seeing a little bit more selling here. $63.48, down about 15 cents or so.
Order filled.
Crude moved first there. Crude moved first. And I saw a little pop here in the equities. That always makes you want to look to the wire. Anything hitting here? Nope.
Oh, you mighty Pumbaa. Grant me the dinero.
Again, we top of the hour. We do have crude inventories. Are you talking to yourself for the show there, Doom? I love you, man.
It's my Discord howl when I visit somebody's random voice chat and I call out like the most absurd long. It actually happens. It's funny as hell, man.
You're funny as hell, man.
You gotta have a smile on days like this.
Got to.
I shorted a nice long and I long the top. Let's go.
All right, that's it. I'm out. I'm just gonna take what I got on that one. I'm good. Plus 744. This time it is an all-day lockout. We are at the end of fast markets. A little bit of a roller coaster, but rinse and repeat trade. Plus 744. First day on the XFA.
Well,
let's go.
Let's go is right. Nice comeback.
Coach D.
Well done. Come back from that fat finger. 1,200 now to up 700 or so. Locking it out for the day. We got more Dakota coming at you. Slow markets this evening. 7:30 p.m. 7:30 p.m. Central. Dakota.
Right.
You lone wolfing it today on slow markets. 7:30 p.m. Central.
Maybe. Usually Baron joins me on Thursdays. I'll send him a message, see how he's doing, see how he's feeling. I know ever since he moved to Florida, he's been taking much needed
Order
fish
filled.
in the grass, relaxation.
Adjustment,
I don't
man.
want to interrupt that at all. But man, I love having Baron on for Thursdays. Always great conversations.
Shout out to Baron. Absolutely. The adjustment, life adjustments. You heard Doom talk about it as well. Life can, I don't want to say get in the way, but life, it's real life. And yeah, moving, adjusting, new surroundings,
Order
new environments,
filled.
new roommates. I like that.
Wait till we get children. Oh man, that takes a little bit of adjusting, especially if you're like a bachelor player. Oh man, it takes a little while to get used to it.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, Doom.
Yeah, Jack can agree with me. The transition is it's a life-changing thing. Not only the birth and the following after, but it's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yep, that's a
We just chop. Do we just chop and go up and to the right? Just like a slow drift up and to the right.
I don't know. I'll keep my opinions out of this. What's a natural bid? A lot of uncertainty going on right now. We got Fed speakers. We're not done. Also, shout out to Dre. Dre past 350K accounts. Well done, Dre. That's my name. It's your name. Up and to the right, Dakota. Where's going
like
into...
I'm just looking at what we've been doing the past hour, and we're kind of just consolidating in a channel. I mean, I'm not seeing much movement, to be honest. I don't see any big breakouts coming unless there's a headline. I'm all for if there's no news, markets or the equities tend to go up and to the right. So maybe we just see more unpredictable and choppy price action going into the end of the day, into power hour.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm just banking on this 64.75 options level holding. I think it's worth the risk. We're risking $500 on it. Had a good last couple days.
Yeah,
our chips are on the table. I'll leave the screen up to be updated, but we'll see. Especially with NFP tomorrow.
Live with see.
Massive number. Massive number. Let's trade. Crude continue to push lower here, about 25 cents sell off in the last 8 minutes or so.
We're seeing some relief on the long side on the tilt. It was at 77% at one point on crude. I'm looking at anything and everything besides my trade.
I've been there, man. You're looking for any indicator. You're looking for anything, any market that would say, give you conviction to stay in this long. I've been there, man.
Exactly. Yes.
It's still valid. I'll hear the phone ringing on my other platform, and if it's not, then or I'll hear Hope to tell me to take the day off, which
Order
initially
filled.
was, but here we are, Top Step TV, awesome
Let's go.
stuff. Yeah, let's go, man.
Let's go, man.
Yeah,
We'll push lower here.
People that not lead, they lead the curve. You guys make the curve. Top Step is the one making the curve.
Making the what?
Making the
The
curve.
Curve.
Everything, like every other firm follows, including with
you
the
noticed that. Wait, you
reset
noticed
the
that?
XFA and TV and the discounts and down 150. I could go for days. I believe last month, I think MP showed up for like 7 or 8 times with news back to back, new things. Take that. Take all you wanted. It was great. It was great.
Oh yeah. There's
Yeah.
there's a thing in business, Doom. You know this. It's
$100.
always better to be proactive than reactive, and that's why I have loved every minute here at Top Step. Top Step is proactive, while we see others react.
So, Dre, really quick,
Yeah,
Phenom Z
hit
is
me.
going to be in Chicago between Lakeview and Logan Square. Was
Order
asking where to get a
filled.
hot dog, and what's that place where they rip the shit out of you? Over in Lincoln Park?
Wiener Circle.
Wiener Circle. Yeah,
Yeah,
Phenom Z, check out the Wiener Circle.
Check out the way and get a chocolate shake. That's
Yeah,
all I'm
don't forget to
saying.
order a chocolate shake.
Yeah, get a chocolate shake.
Don't
They're delicious.
don't Google it at all in advance. Just
Oh, yeah. Go get a chocolate shake there. You will not be disappointed. Also, take pictures and send them to us at Top Step TV on the X. But yes,
Before and
absolutely.
after.
yeah, best burger around there. I'd say Stop Along on Milwaukee.
That's the hipster stuff. Go to Portillo's.
Portillo's good. I miss Portillo's.
If it's not hipster, it has to be owned by a private equity company.
I mean,
It went downhill a little.
You're good. Everyone says that. I know. I turn a hot dog stand. Dick
I saw
Portillo.
his yacht.
I
took one of those boat tours around Naples, and there's just a giant mega yacht called Top Dog.
It's a $1 billion hot dog stand. Pretty
nice.
Pretty impressive.
Only an American.
Trader X is back past 150K $150,000 combine. 2 more in the works. Well done, Trader X.
Nice.
You were fired up yesterday, Trader X. Absolutely loving it. Okay. We got another news clip to hit. We got the president. More coming from the president. Got that big dinner tonight with all those tech titans. But also, we got the tariffs. The tariffs are getting hauled up in the courts, getting argued in the courts. So let's bring that in to get a little update on the goings.
President Trump is urging the Supreme Court to step into the fray over his emergency tariffs. That's according to a copy of the appeal obtained by CNN. His request Wednesday asked the justices to overturn a lower court ruling that found his administration acted unlawfully by imposing many of his sweeping import taxes. The case once again raises fundamental questions for the court about a president's power to act unilaterally and without explicit authority from Congress. Trump's critics note that the last president to raise tariffs under similar circumstances was Richard Nixon, and Congress later pared back the president's power.
Nixon, huh?
I need a poster of that. I need a poster of those that cardboard tariff.
Oh man, autograph. You know what's that thing? That was the day, April 7th, April 2nd,
April 2nd. Never forget.
Yeah.
What a day.
A poster.
What a day. All right. Let's go around the horn here. How's it count? Short.
Order filled.
Yes, 64.80 half. Doom, are you still long up here?
Yes, sir. I'm bouncing like that one seat up and down off my entry. I have 155 realized loss on the day so far.
Down 155. Okay. Could have taken some profits though, Doom. Right? You're looking for the home run. I want to talk about that real quick. You were about 60 points in the money there, and you never.
You gotta let it run. It was in the plan.
Do you though, Doom? You have to let it run though on a day like
every
today?
time I didn't follow my plan, initial idea, I paper handed good winners. I'd rather take the smaller loss and be proven wrong than let a good high on me slip or a good low.
Okay.
So it's adjusting to the markets, and you is the only wall in your way. So you gotta learn yourself too. And I've been lacking on some things lately. I'm rereading some books that made me the guy that I am today. And it's constant work, like everything else, to stay present with what you're doing with the markets, with yourself in the markets, execution. Coach Dakota today killed it, very good executing. And I've been a little bit more laid back, which has bit me a few times, but also granted me good wins. So, constant progress, work. Everybody thinks that, hey, you learn how to trade, wait for this, boom, you send it, and next thing you know, driving a Lambo. It ain't like that.
No. Next thing you know, you're driving a Lambo. Man.
It's how it is.
Yeah. You mean renting a Lambo? Yeah, driving a Lambo. Yes, let's say driving a Lambo. Indeed. There's reason. Who said it? Market Wiz in the chat. There's a reason. Doom's on the big board, 100%. So love that. All right. So coming up next, obviously we got morning recap with Hogue. Take a look,
Order filled.
Balances are playing here.
Order filled.
ES. We'll probably talk about the Delta as well. And after that, we got trade with Top Step. We got Andrew B joining us.
Order filled.
He is a VIP season 1
Order filled.
alumni from Coach Hoop's Hit Raiders.
Very nice.
Yes. Again, we got more alumni joining us. After this, then we got some shoulder tap. We got the API session, API session. We got Power Hour. We got At the Buzzer. We got Slow Marcus. Of course, we got non-farm payrolls tomorrow. Huge number. They're kind of setting up. We also have speakers. We got Williams coming out speaking in about 10 minutes. We got food oil inventory. Yes, top of the hour as well. A lot more coming. We got Goolsby speaking later. The president's been pretty quiet so far. We'll see what comes out of the White House. But for now, I want to say, great job, Jack. Keep us posted on this trade.
Yeah,
last trade, 64.85. Dakota, nice trade in there, playing the ranges. Going from jab, going from negative back to positive. Doom getting long up here, waiting for that breakout. We got Hogue coming up after this. Morning recap, trade with Top Step. Williams, crude oil inventories coming at you next. Top Step TV, let's go.
Man.
Click like, click subscribe. This is Top Step TV.
What's up, everybody out there? This is Dolby Time from Top Step TV, and what I want to talk about here is the new dashboard. So we have updated all the account management tools. They have simplified everything. So that includes managing resets, managing rebuild dates, and most importantly, managing payouts.
Come on!
To make all of our lives a lot easier. So trade well out there.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
All right, trader, it is time for the morning recap. A pretty active session here during fast markets.
Order
We're going to go over
filled.
some of those highlights. We'll go over the house account trades, talk about some of the trades that are still underway.
Order
and
filled.
Why don't we go ahead and get started? A very interesting day in gold this morning. What a great call by
Order
Coach
filled.
Ray, looking at 35.91.70 as an area of interest where he was going to be looking to take the trade. I don't know if he was able to take the trade, but what a great spot. Now, we also discussed the idea that we needed a little bit of a pullback, right? So we got that pullback late in the day yesterday. Market opened basically in the same spot it opened yesterday as far as regular trading is concerned. Overlapping opening ranges. The 5-minute opening range. Thank you again all for voting. 5-minute
Order
opening range
filled.
broke us short 5 micro gold 36.06 even. Now, when Ray and I were looking at these charts on the 30-minute, I said, you know what? I said we got a
Order
bunch of
filled.
probably trapped weaker hands longs at the highs here yesterday. They're underwater. I'm looking for a sweep below these lows here to maybe see if we can knock those out. Maybe see some buying coming back in, aligning very nicely with Ray's levels. We closed the gap from Tuesday to Wednesday. That was another level that we were thinking about looking at. So really a sweet level there. But unfortunately, the opening range trade did not play out in our favor. It was looking a little bit like it might see a little bit of continuation, but unfortunately it did not. We're going to take a look at the 5-minute here. This is the 5-minute opening range. 36.0620, 36.0930, about a $7 opening range. Broke us to the short side, getting a short those five. Again, 36.06. We did see a little bit of
Order
continuation,
filled.
a little bit of possible. I was hoping for the sweep that came earlier in the session. We put in the initial balance low. We took out the initial balance high. Unfortunately, after that, getting us stopped out at 36.1050, a loss of $247. We didn't get the big opening range trade like we did yesterday, but still, that's all right. Now let's take a look at crude oil. Crude oil, we went 0 for 2 today in the opening range trades. Again, thank you all for voting for the time frame for the opening range. And this is the 5-minute chart. So there's the opening range, getting a short 5 micro crude oil, 63.06 even. Looking like we might see some continuation of the downside. There was a pretty good push, but the buyers certainly came in very quickly off of those, getting us stopped out at 63.35. A loss of $154 overall. The house account at this time down about $401. No big deal. We'll look at the next ones tomorrow. Now, as far as the E-mini S&Ps are concerned, the house account is still holding 10 shorts in the MES, basically one mini at 64.80 quarter. Jack looking at the options levels for a possible return back to the range. However, we broke out above the initial balance high. We had a possible um, failed breakout that just did not play out for us. We came back and checked the initial balance after two 30-minute bars closed. Well, actually, it's this 30-minute bar that closed above the initial balance high, which was 64.74.75. Once we finished that, we closed that 30-minute bar above there. I'm thinking, okay, I'm really not thinking longs now. Excuse me, I'm really not thinking shorts now. I'm thinking longs. The market came down and tested straight to the initial balance high, again, 64.74.75. And it's been holding, not a big move, not a whole bunch of momentum, but as long as we're holding above there, I'm much more in favor of longs in this. But Jack is really good with those options levels. We'll see how this plays out over time. As always, Jack will let us know as we continue through the day here how this trade plays out. All right, now most of our trades occurred in the Nasdaq, and it was a pretty active session, right? So going back to context, we were looking at a day where we might remain relatively range bound, and where we were going to be opening has me thinking that we're going to be having value overlapping to higher by the end of the session. We'll go back and I'll put the profile on here and see if that is ringing true so far. It is a little bit of a different story in the longer time frame without the range extension above the initial balance. It's telling a little bit of a different story. So let's go to the 5 minute chart. We'll talk about a couple of the trades that our traders made today. Doom was the first one with his toe in the water. Short one MNQ 223,492. He just wanted to stay short that. He held on to that for almost the entire session. Dakota started looking at this area down here on
Order filled.
479. He had a little bit of a fat finger, exited immediately, took a little bit of a loss on that. I think the real standout trades were, Doom um, was short that whole time and did end up taking a small loss on that, but managed the trade well and started kind of sensing the idea. We were talking about it seemed like the Nasdaq was really struggling to rally, and at some point it was like, you know what, it's not really struggling that much, and it's still struggling to rally. We haven't really had much of a breakout on this, but Doom took a little bit of a loss on that one. Dakota, here's a good trade that Dakota took, short 3. He added into this position. His average price was 23,529. Got out of those at an average of about 23,500. No, there it is. Got out at an average of about 23,500 on those. He still was a couple other trades throughout the day. Ended the day up about $744 in his XFA. Very nice. Doom, I believe, is still holding longs now in the Nasdaq. He switched from a short to longs. Maybe seeing the S&Ps breaking out of that IB high. Nasdaq has been struggling to the upside today, folks. Not gonna lie, it's a different market.
Order
Trade
filled.
what you're seeing, but again, we're still seeing the S&Ps holding above that IB just
Come
putting a new
on.
session
What are you
high
doing?
just a few minutes ago. So we'll see if we can get a turnaround and we should make some money on those shorts from the opening range. Now let's take a look. One of the things we talked about is, all right, we're looking at where the market is, and with the expectations of knowing that unemployment is tomorrow, we had a bunch of other numbers coming out, and anything could happen. But I think the primary hypothesis that I believe both Coach Ray and I agreed on was we're going to find a range, and we're probably going to just have value overlapping to higher by the end of the session. So here is value high from yesterday. This is volume value 23,465 about approximately. And right now it's looking more like we have a value outright higher. We did get into the value area from yesterday. We did not complete the value area special situation play in TPO profile. We got pretty close in volume. But again, with that excess low, pretty good buyers coming in there. If those buyers are still here, we'll see if they exhaust any sellers that are up here against the initial balance high, and maybe see this market continue to push, possibly to the upside. On that note, let's go to today's quotable quote.
Order filled.
All right, this one has a bad word that I don't like to use, but I think it's very important. I'm going to use the word fall for the first one. This is John Burroughs, by the way. A man can fall many times, but he isn't a failure until he begins to blame somebody else. When it comes to trading, if you're taking somebody else's trade, if you're watching somebody and they're taking trades and you're taking their trades, it becomes very easy to blame somebody else for any negative outcomes. And it's very easy to think that we're geniuses when the outcome is good. But you have to recognize the responsibility you have as a trader is to take responsibility for everything you do, no matter who told you to do it, no matter where you saw it. It is something you decided to do. can't blame others for any outcomes in trading when you're the one pushing the button. Best idea: develop your own strategy, make your own trading decisions, and get a little bit better every day. We all fall in trading in life, but it's you don't fail until you either quit or you start blaming others. So take responsibility for all the trades you take. Folks, thank you for joining me for today's morning recap. We've got Andrew coming back on with Top Step with Coach Jay and Coach Hoop. Andrew is a Top Step VIP Season 1 trader from Hoops Pit Raiders, still trading in his VIP XFA. That's pro ball trading. Betcha Andrew's taking responsibility for all of his trades. We'll look forward to seeing them together here again on Trade with Top Step. This is Top Step TV. Let's go.
back to Top Step TV and Trade with Top Step. I'm Coach Jay here. We got Coach Hoop and Andrew B, a couple pit raiders in the house. How we doing today, guys? Andrew, how are we doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you, Coach?
Doing well, doing well, doing well. Coach Hoop, how are you? How the cows treating you?
Uh, I haven't much messed around with the cows too much. I've been trading gold. Gold's been the show. So up about $600. I do the 100K combine with the VIPs. So just base hits, man.
It's for sure. Gold has been a great market to trade, man.
Oh
Opportunity
man.
on both sides, really. Great short
Mhm,
last night. Pretty nice long right after that. Which side did you
mhm.
catch, Hoop? Did you catch the long or the short in gold?
I took a paper cut. I was looking at that basically that 35.90 ish area, and I'm like, I know gold as much of a tear as it's been on. We went deeper, which didn't surprise me. So I took a small paper cup in there, got back in, caught it to the long side, and I kind of been just, I'm a scalper, so I kind of been playing both sides of it. But obviously, I liked playing it from buying the dip.
Yep.
It busted through VWAP in the overnight, and then it came back through it. It tested it this morning and bounced right off it. So, yeah, be a big day tomorrow and everything to me, giving a lot of clarity with non-farm.
100%.
So, I'm trading both sides of it.
Order filled.
100%. Andrew, we heard Hogue saying while he was introducing the segment that you are still trading that XFA from the VIP session season one. So it's been at least 6 months in that XFA. Any trades that you're looking at right now to potentially put on here or any trades for the day so far?
Yeah, kind of a tricky day this trading day. I didn't have a chance to trade this morning, but I was watching the charts a little bit. Um, I like initial balance, and so we're around the initial balance high right now. We technically have a failed upside auction, so you would expect, hey, if we're hanging around that high, we keep dipping back in. Like right now, we're back in it. Shorts are a nice little risk around the high. You don't have to risk too much. And I guess longs could be too, but we've really not broken out of those 550s really. We're kind of hanging out right around there. So I don't know. I think if we get back above and we hit that 550 level, I'm tempted to go short, but we've already done it now 3 times. And so, the more you keep tapping at a certain resistance area, the more brittle it gets, man. So
Yep.
kind of hands on butts right now for a moment.
On butts right now. That's okay. Last trade in the Nasdaq 23,540, 64.8475 last trade in the S&P. We got gold 36.13 half and crude oil 63.47 last trade over there. Only real tilt to talk about 71% long in crude oil. I guess we got 62% long in gold here as well. Coach Hoop, I knew you were coming on for this segment, so I do have a cattle chart up as well. 236, 325 last trade over there in cattle,
Near the
making
lows.
new lows on the
Yeah.
session.
Yeah.
Making new lows on the
Yeah.
session.
The cash cattle market's starting to weaken a little bit. So that's kind of what's driving it right now. So can't go up forever, right? I mean,
Right.
so it's been a kind of a slow grind down though. So
Andrew, I want to talk a little bit about your, being in that XFA.
Yeah.
So we call it out pretty much every time you're on air, right? Andrew's still in that XFA
Mhm.
from the VIP session. Do you look at it like that, or are you just approaching work every day and seeing what the market presents?
It's a great question. So I don't really look at it as I'm still in the XFA necessarily. I guess I didn't have to pay for it. So I was in the VIP
Right.
program. I was a brand
Yep.
new trader. I was learning how to trade, and I took my time. I didn't blow through the program, and so I passed my combine with a few weeks to go, and I got the XFA in December. And I looked at it as I didn't have to pay for the combine, didn't have to pay for the XFA or the activation fee. I should probably
Right.
take my time in the XFA. But I mean, I've got some other motivations too, though. I mean, Jay, like I've got kids, and one of my kids is autistic and he has therapies, and I look at this as a job. Like I have a full-time job, but I look at this as something else too that is could help supplement income. I
Source.
don't want to blow that, so I try to
Yeah.
take
Right.
my time and
Hmm.
treat it like that.
Like to hear that, man. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
And for any of our VIPs in season 4 that are listening in right now, you know, take that, right? You didn't have to pay for the account. The only thing you paid for was your time and your attention, right? Paying attention to Coach Hoop, whatever he was saying over there. Something stuck because you're in that account. Coach Hoop,
Yeah.
what did you tell these guys that
I'd
that
love to take
enhanced this account
all the
for you?
credit in the world, Jay. But I think the traders get more out of being around other traders. To me, as a coach, Jay, you've coached hoops. I've coached hoops. Ultimately, you try and people in positions to succeed. But ultimately, they make the calls. I don't hold the mouse. So I just think when other traders keep sharing, hey, I messed up last night, I, YOLO'd it or whatever, I think when you're not alone and you're sharing the journey with other traders and somebody shows a different setup they're looking at, hey, I kind of like that. I just think there's a lot of that. Plus, I tell people it's free if you want to test a strategy out or try a different market. And me, Jay, you're
Time to
like
do it.
me. You look at 30, I hear you say every day, there's 30 some markets we can all look at. It's just, those type of things is just trying to give people some more tools so they have a chance to succeed. Like you said, Andrew, it's not costing anything. If you want to try a different strategy, try it. So,
Absolutely. Spoken like a true
Absolutely.
coach, not taking any credit there. We do have Fed Williams speaking right now. We had some comments as we were
oh,
coming
yeah.
on air. I expect inflation to get back to the Fed's 2% target in 2027. I see gradual cooling in the job market. We know we got some jobs data out tomorrow. We had some out pretty much every day this week, but we have non-farm, that big number tomorrow. U.S. tariffs test. Nope, that's not Williams. Labor market is still in a reasonably good place. So we'll just be keeping an eye on these headlines. If we get anything out of Williams, again, the Fed has a decision to make in about 2 weeks, September 17th. 97% probability of a rate cut right now, but the Fed is paying attention to all of the data out there, paying attention to inflation and the jobs numbers for sure. Coach Hoop, man, this is cow hour. I think we need to rename this segment. Look at cattle right now. Since we've started, it is down
I saw it.
three
I
quarters of
saw
a
it.
percent.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what happens around this time, right? You look at that market all the time. You look at a bunch of different markets, and I'm on air a lot at this time.
Right.
What is happening in the cattle market? Is it a settlement thing? Why are we
No.
seeing volatility
So
pick up at this time?
here's one thing that's changes, especially in the meat quadrant: hogs, cattle, feeder cattle, which is something we don't trade here, but feeder cattle is what's kind of created the whole issue with cattle because this is the cattle that basically starts young and grows to larger cattle. So that's been the whole inventory issue. So basically, this time of the day at top of the hour is when kind of the cash news kind of settles in through the Midwest and through Texas. So when you see these moves start to happen like they do now, and that you can see in the dome, I mean, it gets moving. That's just that news kind of comes in on the cash. So if the cash comes in a little weaker than what everybody was talking about coming into the day, that's probably why you're seeing a push. Plus, everybody, I mean, fundamental guys are always, and Coach Paul will tell you this, are always late to the party. So they take a lot more heat than any of us would take on a trade. But they can do that because they have deep pockets. So this time of year, I mean, cattle shouldn't probably be this high, but once again, we all have to trade in what's in front of us. But this is just cash
Or-
news that's probably weakening the market here.
Gotcha. The meat quadrant would be a great steakhouse. Andrew, you were looking for a short up here. This initial balance high, trading 23,533. Any trigger? Are you in any trades at all? What would get you to click the button here on the short? Looking decent so far.
Yep, it's not bad. So I was hesitant. We'd already gone up above the ID. 1, 2, 3. We just peaked above 4. Just in my limited experience, the more we hit resistance levels, typically the more brittle they get, the more they break, which make me a little bit nervous on
Order
getting in
filled.
short right up this way. But obviously, we're still hanging around the same area. Let's say we're in a range. So I'm probably going to be more apt. If we get back up to the IB high again, I'll probably be more apt to go ahead and get in. It looks more rangy than it does any kind of breakout.
And that price, I'm looking at 23. Where is that?
Sorry, man. It's
23
23
548 quarter.
550. Yeah, 48. Okay, yeah, you got
Okay.
48 and a quarter. I got about 550, but yeah, close enough, man. So
Order filled.
Okay. All right.
So you
Gold
still
selling a
trading
little bit
too
here.
much? Still? I know
Is that for
you
me, Hogue?
kind of swore it
Or
off
who?
there for a while, so curious.
Yeah, I'll still trade it. I took a trade in the Nasdaq today. I was down a little
Okay.
bit after trying to buy gold a little bit too early. Made back some of the loss with a Nasdaq long. Got long around 506 up to these 550s here. So yeah, I'll trade it every once in a while if it presents a setup. But I'm honestly
Just on a,
really starting to like Russell a lot.
it moves.
Order filled.
Yeah, it moves
It does.
for sure.
It does.
It's
Gold
been
selling a
kind of
little
the
bit here,
sleeper market
10 and a
too,
half.
you know?
The Russell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Look at Dan
mean, so
Emmons
Paul and
chiming
I
in.
do the market recap every day, right? And we'll see it. The Russell is usually the percentage leader to the upside or downside out of the equities, which not a lot of traders trade it, but that means there is some movement going on there for sure. So, not a bad market to trade, and especially for top stuff accounts, right? It's $5 a tick. It's not going to move as wild as the Nasdaq is, but yeah,
Look
I'm
what
going to
Dan
have a
Evans
Nasdaq
put
chart
in
up
chat.
every
Okay.
feeder cattle
That's a great
auctions from U.S. Central
explanation.
Time.
Dan, I didn't realize Dan was a cattle, but that's basically what he says here. Feeder cattle auctions in the U.S. basically times vary by location with specific schedules depending on the auctions, usually between 10 and 12 Central. So that's what happens is that all that from all the different auctions come in, and that's kind of why you see the price kind of get a little whippy. Kind of like a number in the Nasdaq, or tomorrow's non-farm is going to be could be a doozy.
So like we're selling a little bit here in the equities, 23,528 half last trade in the Nasdaq, 64.83 last trade in the S&P. Fed Williams saying 4.2% is a pretty good unemployment rate, relatively low, but it's clear that risks to the labor market have increased.
Mm-hmm. There's no way they don't cut.
Yeah, 97% probability right now. Of course, we've seen that change based on the data, but the closer we get to that meeting, Fed blackout period, higher probability that we do get that cut.
And Andrew, you don't take a
Nope.
lot of news. But I remember as a newer trader, you don't really
Order filled.
You're pretty much just a price action and what your chart kind of guy, aren't you?
Yep. I like price action. Obviously, news will move it. But price
Order
is gonna do what
filled.
price is gonna do. So, yeah. I mean, I would have thought it would have moved more this morning. I mean, we know we have non-farm.
No.
Muted with some of the reports that came out.
The rollover is going to keep these range tighter more and more as September contracts roll into December too. It's just going to get, it kind of all goes into like a funnel where the ranges you're going to see a lot of volume and you're going to see ranges get tighter because it's just easier for institutions to get prices. They don't like volatility when they're trying to shoot 500,000 lots. And that's just what rollover is. But we still have a little bit of time. I mean, I think tomorrow's non-farm will be a mover one direction or the other pretty good.
We're seeing the equities sell here. Sell just a little bit back down into the middle of the range. I got a New York session view up at 23,499 in the Nasdaq, 64.73 in the S&P. Looks like a pretty good target to the downside here. It's been a pretty big range day so far. Andrew, you called it, held that initial balance high. What would be
Dude, it's
if you took that
frustrating
trade
not
up
to
at
take it.
550s, right? Yeah, I know.
Oh.
If you took that trade up at 550s though, what would be your
Mhm.
target to the downside here?
Right where we're at, the BVWAP.
Yep.
And what I would have probably done is, because I'm in micros, I would have taken 2 at BWAP and left the runner just to see if we can retrace to the IB low since we came back in it. And I would have trailed the stop a little bit. But one of the lessons I learned the hard way, Jay, I almost blew the XFA twice in the spring, and it was for moments like this where okay, I'm seeing a setup that I
Order
want to get
filled.
into. A lot of times I'll sacrifice position because I want to make sure it's where I want to go. But in the spring I would chase it, and when you chase something, like what's it doing right now? It's turning
Oh
around.
yeah.
So if you chase it, it blows you up. And
Yep.
so as frustrating as it is, like, oh crap, I missed the trade. The
So
best
be
thing
it.
you can do is let it run all the way till it's gonna stop, and just watch it go, buddy. Don't chase it. You'll ruin too many accounts that way.
There's always another one.
Maybe you pay. Yeah, always gonna
Yeah.
find another one. Maybe you paper trade it. Maybe you assess it, but then you know you ask yourself, okay, the next time, what do I have to do in order to execute that trade? And just click the button the next time it sets up.
Mm-hmm.
250 trading days in a year, so missing one isn't gonna kill you. 23,520 last trade here in the Nasdaq, 64,8075 last trade in the S&P. Still a 71% long tilt in crude oil, 63.61 last trade over there. Crude inventories, they pushed it back, right? We got crude inventory?
No, they came
come
out.
out right?
They come out.
They came
Yeah,
out.
it
Came out right at the
top
top
of
of the
the
hour.
hour.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was
They
looking
were
for on the chart to see where the response was, and it, like D says, storm in a teacup. You could barely see the reaction there.
It's such a range bound market. It's from one of the biggest markets when I first joined Top Step. It's just it kind of at times breaks my heart to watch the market it's become. It's just I listened to you and Coach Paul talk about it yesterday, and they're just like it's stuck. It's just stuck.
It's stuck.
You know.
Speaking of stuck, I think we got some news. Take a look at this shit. Speaking of stuck, Gabe, what do we got?
Uh-oh.
Watch police pluck a Chuck E. Cheese mascot from the restaurant following allegations the man in the mouse mask may have committed credit card fraud.
We detained Chuck E. Cheese.
Newly released body cam video shows officers arriving at this Tallahassee area Chuck E. Cheese after police said the man working as the restaurant's mascot was ID'd on camera as a suspect in an alleged credit card theft and fraud case. Officers moved into the crowded eatery, detained and escorted the man outside, still in costume, and now in handcuffs. Police say the alleged stolen card was found in the suspect's pocket during the arrest. He was later booked into the Leon County Jail and released on bond.
Oh my God. No. Not the Chuck E. Cheese mouse.
They got Chucky.
They got Chucky.
Yeah, that's Jack says nothing good happens at a Tallahassee Chuck E. Cheese. That's the last time you've been to Chuck E. Cheese.
Surprised there weren't free slices for everybody.
Terrible.
Pizza's not
The
good.
kids love it.
23.5. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, every dad had a kid's birthday there. Come on. My son went under the table with the old mascotted Chuck E. Cheese mouse because it was scarier than crap.
Oh, that's funny. Let's see.
Seeing a little bit of a bounce here, Andrew. That's why we don't chase.
That's why we don't chase. Exactly. That's right. Yeah, but now it's interesting to see. Okay, this is where I have marked down as the overnight high, and it was resistance. If you go back earlier in the morning on the chart, you had some resistance up here. Is it still resistance? That'll be interesting to see, man. Does it go back to the IB high, or do we resist right up here? And this is a level that I've got at 535 right now.
23,535. So if we push up there, reject.
Order
would
filled.
you get into that short? Same kind of trade idea as that initial balance trade, or are you looking to just wait to see how the market responds there?
I'm waiting to see how it responds right now. It's pushed up against it. It's enticing to take because I'd be looking kind of the same thing. I'm still looking down probably towards the VWAP down that direction. You might see the range being lowered here a little bit.
It's the
Shorts
beauty
are
of trying to
fun, buddy.
learn range trading, right? It's just every time you think you take the trade, it's the one time you take it and it blows through it. Like you said before, test it once, twice, 3 times, and then instead of trusting it, it blows through it. So it's definitely a Dolby special. You have to have a different mindset when you range trade for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's absolutely so. See what happens, man.
I usually have is when we get towards this time of the day where the volume slows down, is that range tightening now, right? Where
Right.
we could look at initial balance low is all the way down at 23,410, but are we
Right.
seeing a tighter range just for this hour, right? Where it may be a good trade, but time of day, like D says, time of day is a level. Is
Big
this a
time.
trade that may just play out later in the day?
Right.
Yeah, because that volume is so thin. You could be stuck in range purgatory of like 10 points for an hour if you're not careful, right?
It just feels like
Order
this time of day,
filled.
the algo's just like somebody turns a damn switch on and they just keep, kind of bouncing back and forth.
P looks like it's trying a little bit to break the low of that range. Let's take a look at the Dow and the Russell. Russell holding up pretty well. The Dow off its highs on the day, 45,576 high in the Dow, turning just a little bit here. Look like a rounding top on the Dow. I'm looking at a 5-minute chart. Maybe a little bit of a pullback here. Find out which market is leading us. The Dow percentage-wise is leading up 0.49% on the day. We got the S&P up 0.37% and the Nasdaq's somewhere around there. It's the Nasdaq, 0.34%. Bitcoin hoop. I don't know if you looked at micro Bitcoin recently, down 2.63% today.
Yeah, I'm also looking at my
Come on.
top step daily level that I put out to 235.40.
Oh yeah.
I gotta pin them to the. I'm just looking at my last level was 235.40. No, it's 235.35.
You looking at
Yep,
Bitcoin
once
or
in a
is that
No, that was cattle. I'm sorry, it was cattle.
cattle? Got you.
My last, Jay, when I do levels, I'll usually take the ATR of the day, the daytime one. So let's say in micro Bitcoin, it's maybe 3,500 is kind of been the range. I'll just put numbers on both sides and maybe extend one further in case something gets dicey. And that's the other thing about levels. And I know, Jay, you do them too. So, I mean, it's one of those things that a level, as it hits it once, like a weekly kickoff, when it comes back up there, it tends to go through it. That level, it's kind of the same thing Andrew said, hits it once, comes back through that a second time, it might be just an area where it blows through it too. Just like right there, it rallied off of it. Now it's coming back down.
Some more comments from Williams here. The Fed needs to keep the economy on track and allow tariffs to pass through.
Yeah, these guys are all getting their last words in before they're silenced.
Or the big day, But I mean, last time we saw a rate cut was when was that December 2024? I
No,
believe
there
that's
wasn't
when the
one,
last one was.
right?
When was that last
That was
cut? I got to look back at
What was that last cut? It's a great. You know what, Jay? It seems like it's been forever. You're probably right.
I got December 18th.
Yeah.
December 18th, 2024, last Fed rate cut. And if we look at the markets then, kind of started a little bit of a sell-off there in the equities. We recovered some of it, but
well,
kind of started to sell off. Yeah.
I think the other thing that once again depends how much pressure the president puts on it too. There was that little inkling there for a while that we were going to get a half a point. So my question is, the number comes out crappy tomorrow. And once again, I'm just, it's how how it's perceived in the market. So I think not so much everybody's agreed that the number is going to be for September, but how the next one looks at the end of the year, right? I mean, the probability, if you look at the Fed Watch tool on that, see how that changes could have a big. And once again, the summer's over. Supposedly, all the Goldman interns have made it back from the Hamptons, and the players are back in town. So we'll see.
Coming back up to this initial balance high up here.
This is a
That price
magnet
was
today.
23. Yeah, it is
It is a
23,548, 550-ish area in the micros. Last trade 23,538 half in the Nasdaq. Seeing a tighter range, holding in the upper 50% of the day so far. Eunice asks, want to ask about the bias for the Nasdaq for the month. Is it bearish or bullish?
Still weak.
For the month, if I zoom out, I'd probably have to say bullish, just off of a guess that the equities just go up. I'd have to say bullish. Does that help me day trade the equities?
Nope.
Maybe not so much in that we're going to see some up days, we're going to see some down days, but I'd just
Order
have to lean bullish
filled.
just because equities are meant to go up. Of course, data can and will change that, but
Well, and seasonally,
Order
September
filled.
is a weak month, right, Jay? I mean, it just,
right.
it's just September, October, is, where all the, the big moves down. And once again, it's always off. I said it the other day to VIPs, and Andrew's probably heard this, is that everything looks the greatest at the top, and we're a perma bull market. I get it, but this time of year, the drafts down tend to be a little deeper. And the news, I don't know what the news is going to be that causes us to pull back, and that we'll probably get an 8 to 10% pullback at some point. And what the news is on it, I don't know. And like you said, I just have to, as a day trader, I have to trade what's in front of me. I used to be that crystal ball guy for years, and I'm like, gets me into trouble with the bias.
100%. End of the day, we don't know, and saying we don't know is okay, right? It's admitting you don't know and you're not trying to guess where the market is going to go keeps you on your toes and paying attention to what the market is actually saying. Right now,
Andrew,
Andrew,
in
the
the
market is
short,
saying we are in this initial balance. Go ahead, Coach Roop.
So Andrew, I got a question for you. From when you started trading
Sure.
as VIP, what would you say the
Mhm.
biggest aha moment for you a little bit was, in terms of, I'm starting to get a better idea. Like initial balance could be one of those things, but is there anything that kind of, especially being a new trader, I'm always curious to see,
Yeah.
what feel kind of got you in a better, obviously keeping an XFA and picking your spots. I don't know. I'm just curious to see what kind of triggered it for you.
Yeah, it's kind of evolved a little bit. I mean,
Order
going back to the
filled.
VIP, went to
Golly,
the
come
combine
on.
from October to December of last year.
Mhm.
It was some of the basic technicals. It was VWAP, I anchor the New York session, so I use an anchor VWAP. It was establishing initial balance high and low, and then Coach Dakota 3-bar reversals, right? So I learned that. That was the very first pattern that I learned to recognize. Um, that got me over the edge and got me to pass the combine. And then once I passed the combine, um, I continued to read, man. So I think the last time I was on here, I
Screen
talked
time.
about how I read Best Loser Wins, massively influential book for me. Um, you're reading Jim Dalton, those types of guys.
Yeah,
I even if I'm not training, man, I've got Top Step on just trying to learn. So
sure.
now I've got to the point where some of these basics, I know they're basics for a lot of people, but it's just don't chase trades. Um, it, have a location you want to get in, whether it's putting in a bid or market order or whatever. Just have a set location where you'd like to set up at, and then define what's your plan going in. What's my risk? What's my take profit target? Am I scalping? Am I going in long? Are you okay giving up a little bit of position for confirmation in a higher um, reward with your trade? So this doesn't all play out overnight. Like I learned a lot of that through, unfortunately, trial and error. Like I said, I almost blew the account twice. I got to a point where I was only $500 away from the account being blown, and I worked my tail off back. I remember Hogue has said time and time again, if you find yourself with your back against the wall, don't YOLO it. Like dig yourself out of the hole, you'll be a better trader. I mean, whether or not I keep this account another 10 months or whatever, I'm a better trader, at least for me, because I learned how to dig myself out of the hole. And I learned a lot of things along the way, man. So, I think from a psychological point too, it's the big aha moment just mentally was I'm running my race. So I'm not, don't compare to anybody else. It's what you're comfortable with and what your plan is, and run that race. And you can stick it out and you can keep your account. You don't have to blow it. You don't have to lose it. You trade your plan. You do what you're going to do. Um, you can have a long life in the account that you're in.
Yeah. Yep.
I want to ask you about that. So you had that account that was, $500 away from drawdown. Did you make many adjustments to your trading, or did you just, were market conditions, better facilitating the setups you were looking for?
So I made a great Bitcoin trade.
Okay.
And that got me out of the hole. But I didn't really learn. Sometimes, you make a great trade, right? But you don't learn anything. You got lucky. That was what that trade was. It was luck. You
Yep.
didn't learn anything. So I found myself not 500 away the second time, but I found myself pretty deep not too long after that. And I had to go back and say, okay, I don't want to lose this account. I want to be in this account. I want to better my family. I want to do some things. What in the world can I do? And I began to do a ton of practice trading, a lot of paper trades. I know it sounds boring to people. Like I made some paper trades before coming on today. They're profitable, and you can be like, well, yeah, I've been in my account with money. I get it, but that's also how you get confirmation. That's how you understand your plan is working. So I made some adjustments early, and I said I'm going to scale down, and I'm going to have tight stops. I have a $300 stop loss, which I know sounds crazy when you trade NASDAQ, but you know what? I can trade tomorrow with $300 stop loss. So I made some of those incremental changes. I began to go for the base hits and not the home runs. So if I walk away and I make $200 in a day, $250 in a day, that's a great day of trading. Maybe you would like to hit 1,500, 2,000. That's up to you. But for me, if I work an 8 hour a day, I make $250. That's a pretty good wage I made for an 8 hour workday, and I can do that in a span of 10, 15, 20 minutes, And so I would much rather walk away. So I began to put a lot of that into practice. And if you look at my screen, like you'll see, I have a trailing um, daily loss limit. It's $200 right there. So if I get a trade that goes decently well for me, I'm not going to lose more than that $200 in a day. So for me, it was just minimize risk, manage it well, and live the trade another day. And eventually, all that compounds over time.
Order filled.
And don't be afraid to not trade. Sometimes to not trade is the trade. So.
A follow-up to that I want to ask, but we're going to throw it over to Gabe real quick for some on this day little history lesson. Gabe, today is September 4th. What happened in the past?
Man, we are taking a trip back to 1972 to the Bob Barker era of The Price is Right. It began September 4th, becoming one of the longest running game shows on American television. Bob completed a 35-year tenure with the show, won 14 Emmy Awards for his hosting work, and in 1999, he received a Lifetime Achievement Award. He was inducted into the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Hall of Fame in 2004. Shout out to Bob Barker. Used to watch that at my grandma's back in the day. Back to you guys.
What did I, Gabe? What a throwback.
Just remember, the price is wrong, Bob.
What a great quote. Great quote from that movie. So Andrew, back to this point, right? We are seeing gold sell off just a little bit here as well. 36.0960 last trade in gold, while the equities push that
Strong
initial
push
balance
up,
high,
yeah.
23,550s, right back up at the top of the range.
Yep.
Back up here, about a
Does it stay
30,
the top of the
35,
range?
40-point range in the NASDAQ. Yeah. At some point,
Strong
I
push.
think it has to
Strong
break.
push up.
We'll stay locked in here. Andrew, if you take any trades, let us know. I was going to ask a follow-up question to that, making the adjustment, because a lot of times what we see traders do
There you
is
go.
when they're back. Yeah, there we go. There's the pop.
Go for
New
it.
highs on the day, 23,564 in the NASDAQ, S&P, 64.8575 last trade over there. A couple points off of the high. Seeing some extension here.
And this
Ed
is
Williams
where
is
my
done
theory
talking
is out the
now.
window now. So.
Say that again, Andrew.
So this is where you see a big pop up like that. My theory is out the window. Maybe it turns around and comes back in the range, but that might be the new floor of a brand new range. We start moving up a
Order
little bit.
filled.
So this is where you keep observing.
I want to say, even if you do not take a trade here, Andrew, you took a winning trade by not chasing that short.
Exactly.
We were talking about it. It kind of played out to exactly what you were looking for, but didn't get the execution, and you didn't chase the trade, and that is a win for sure. A lot of traders may have had FOMO. Oh, I was supposed to make 35 points there, so now let me go make it now. And they're doing so with a lower quality setup. So good no trade there. Good no trade.
Sorry, Jay, I keep interrupting you, man. You got to follow up.
Well, yeah, market started moving. So but with the follow-up, I wanted to ask, so we see a lot of traders, when they get back against the wall, they make adjustments. And then when they get back to even on the account, then they go back to what got them in that drawdown initially. Are there any things in your trading that you said, hey, I'm not going to do this anymore because it got me to this point? Sometimes we'll see traders trade the minis, initially go through drawdown, dig their way out of a hole trading micros, which I don't even think sometimes people understand how difficult that is.
So
Right? You may
hard,
go
man.
down
Yeah.
$2,500 and then you go to micros and you're able to make that $2,500 back. And then it's just like, okay, well, I'm back to even now. I can go back to the minis. When sticking with the micros could, give you that progress that you're looking for. Anything that you said, hey, I'm going to leave this behind after learning these lessons.
Yeah. So I changed the strategy a little bit with minis and micros. Funny you bring that up because you're right. Like you get up, you're like, okay, I'm back in the black. Let's go, gangbusters. You can't do that.
Right.
I scalp.
Mm-hmm.
I'll scalp the minis. And when I say scalp, if you had Mandy F was in my season 1 VIP with coach, you'll see Mandy on, and Mandy is your Salt Lake City sniper, 5-10 points.
Yep.
I'll scalp with a mini, maybe if I want to do that. But most of those trades, if you're going to hold them, you got to do micros. You got to have some length to it if you're going to do some risk management. So, for me, that was one of the big adjustments I made. Was like, hey, we're gonna go scalping with a mini, not 3 minis. We'll do a mini. If it's a high confidence level, every so often I might do 2, but mostly it's 1. And then you're gonna use your micros. And then from mental, and this is for me, I think the biggest adjustment was mental. All right. It's probably not exciting to talk about because we always want to talk about charts and technicals and setups. But honest to goodness, man, it was the mental side for me. It's the FOMO. I had it bad, because the problem is, as a new trader, you'll hit a home run trade, right? You luck into it, and your brain begins to think, dude, every trade can be like that, or it pops up like we saw it pop up that quick. The NQ pops up above the IB. This is a great opportunity to go short. I've seen it so many times pop up and then turn around and drop 20 more points. And if you just go all in like that because you're afraid of missing out, you might have dumb luck, or you might open the door to really busting your account. So I had to make a mental adjustment to not have FOMO on a trade, to not have an ego when I trade either. If you have an ego, don't worry, the market will destroy it. You won't keep it very long.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And so that was my baseline. Made a big difference for me.
Let go of the ego. We don't control the markets. Markets are going to market. and it's our job to just get in the flow, flow with what the market is saying. That's what we get rewarded for. 23,559 last trade in the Nasdaq here. We just did see it make a new high a day, pulling back just a little bit here, but still kind of sitting on its highs, slow grind up. We got big news coming out tomorrow, NFP tomorrow, so I'm not surprised to see the markets a little quiet today, if you will, but still decent ranges to trade. In the New York session, we got 150 points in the Nasdaq. Coach Hoop, how do you approach the rest of your day here? So looking for any trades, or gonna go play golf?
I think the way I look at it is I've been looking at gold. I think I'm done for the day. I think the only thing I'll look at is to see how the overnight reacts, to see how Asia, you've seen that, Jay, how Asia reacts to the day session today a little bit. Might see if there's any opportunities there. But once again, big number tomorrow. So a lot of sideways quiet market wouldn't surprise me at all. There goes
Absolutely.
NASDAQ.
Absolutely. Don't need to force a trade. Yeah, NASDAQ continuing to grind higher. Andrew, what about you? How do you approach the rest of your day? You called out that one potential trade opportunity, didn't play out, didn't take it. Do you continue to look for trades? Do you wrap it up and you just come back tomorrow?
Well, it'd be nice to see IB be support now that we're ahead of it or above it. That's what I'm going to be looking for. But honestly, in just a little while, I'll be taking my 6-year-old son to his speech therapy, man. So I'll be hanging out with him this afternoon. We go kind of make an afternoon of it. I grab him lunch, get him out of school, and hang out. And markets will be here tomorrow. So
that's right.
We go. It's dad time now. It is dad time now.
Right.
Markets will be back tomorrow. Great stuff, man. Well, Andrew, great talking to you. Coach Hoop, you as well. Stick around though. We do have shoulder tap coming up with Jack and Aaron, and then after that, we got a lunatic joining the stream. Cena, you may see Cena in the chat, joining myself and Hogue for lunchbox trading. This is Top Step TV. Stick around for shoulder tap. Let's go.
Hello, everybody out there. Welcome to Shoulder Tap, and welcome to Aaron, manager of risk. We got a bunch of people in the risk department, but Aaron, welcome to Tops Up TV. How you doing?
Doing really well. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to have Shoulder Tap be a part of Top Step TV again, and happy to be a part of it. So
Yeah.
excited to go
Well,
over some trading cards today and highlight some traders.
Well, we were just talking in the green room. The only time you've been on Tops Up TV before was coming in to explain the lock limit down someday. So this will be a lot less stressful. We'll just talk about some traders. But how are there any live traders who've put up numbers of notes today that we should give kudos to?
Yeah, we've got two traders that have been performing relatively well today. Two that are above $10,000 worth of profit. They've both locked themselves out in Top Step X, which means they are locking in those profits as well. One of which actually had a $1,000 DLL, so grew the account pretty substantially compared to what they would have been risking had they hit their DLL.
Impressive to start. And well, let's just dive into it. You brought a trading card for us today for James T. Let's talk.
Yeah, James
tell me a little bit about James.
Yeah, James has been in the program for quite some time. He's been in a 150K live account for just under 50 days. Today is actually day number 50. But he started with us back in June of 2020. So he's been with Top Step for quite some time at this point. Went through some trading combine perils and then went to an XFA, finally got him up into a live account. And he's been trading really consistently since he's been in live. And that's what I want to really highlight with James's trading card today. Looking at his average daily P&L to get started, he makes just over $100 a day, which to a lot of people you might not see a comment in there, but it's substantial nonetheless, because if you pair that with his 63% winning days and 56% winning trades in those trading dates, it's a recipe for success. And you can see after looking at his trading card, $50,000 in payouts since he's been in live. He's taken the right steps. He's taken little bites
Order
of the pie
filled.
every single day, not going for these home run hits, which keeps you alive in the live markets and in a live account here at Top Step.
Yeah, I mean, looking through the account, it's funny. We had a trader on the other day, or just yesterday when we did Shoulder Tap, who was also averaging about $105 a day, doing it in a very different way than what I see James doing, where he's definitely, as you can see from that average, I don't know if we have it on there, but his average loss, we know the drill here. His average loss in his 150K is $3,000. So the daily, he's well acquainted with the DLL, but it's been consistently, he's been on a bit of a ripper the last couple days, that's for sure. Does have a number, I think the biggest day I'm seeing as I'm scanning through, made 18 grand yesterday. You got us on the radar.
Yep.
Got a 16 grand there, but it looks like I think he's got to be careful a little bit with the slippage, because I definitely see some of the days where the loss limit goes decently far. I mean, $700 is $700 if you get slipped. I don't know what size he's trading, but when I see someone in one of these accounts lose, like 3,700 in a day, or in this case have an average losing day of like 32 down, that they're definitely letting things go into slippage. So definitely try to avoid that. But will say it's interesting with a card like this to see a 63-day winning percentage. So he's not doing the thing where people DLL 90% of the time and go for huge winners. So that's definitely a place that I appreciate. Trading the E-mini.
Order filled.
Micro E-mini NASDAQ. Average trade times duration 28 minutes on the losers, 25 on the winners. Looks like he's holding. So, yeah, I think there's definitely things to work on, but he's been in this account for a long time. So great job.
Order filled.
I agree with all that, Jack. I think one of the suggestions I would make for James is
order filled.
Decrease the hold times on those losers and possibly increase the hold times on those winners. as well as incorporate the use of a stop loss rather than relying on the DLL to get you out of a position. To your point, exactly, with slippage being a factor in the live markets, if you rely on that DLL to get you out, there could be a scenario where you go past your DLL when things actually calculate out. So one suggestion for James is make sure you're using a stop loss in your trading every single day, as well as, when you have a trade working in your favor, try to hold on to that, like that $18,000 day yesterday, and cut those losers a little bit more quickly so that we can make sure we're holding on to those profits as much as possible.
Well, in case we haven't mentioned as well, James has taken $50K in payouts from this account. So as I say on here sometimes, Aaron, he's already won the account. So great job there. Maybe just tighten things up a little bit, but otherwise, great card. I wish we could have found a more intriguing photo of Sunnyvale, California, because I'm sure there's something nicer there we could show. At least it's not a jail like we did the one time. But great stuff. Any final words you want to say about James T here?
Just the consistency. I'll harp again on, it's important to make sure we're trading for tomorrow. Little jabs are more important than trying to hit those home run hits, and that's what keeps people in the markets long term. So keep doing what you're doing, James. We want to see it, eventually get to the point to where we can expand some of these risk parameters for you. I know we've, introduced some new parts of our program late in July to where you can perform well enough to where you get the risk department giving you a shoulder tap in a very positive way, and we tell you, hey, you get an additional expansion on your daily loss limit or something to that effect. So in parting words, keep doing what you're doing, and we'll make sure to reward you.
Awesome stuff. Well, thank you very much, Aaron. Welcome to the show. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of you. In the meantime, stick around, because coming up next for Lunchbox Trading, we got Senna, we got Hogue, we got Coach J, Lunatic Time, Lunchbox Trading. This is Top Step TV. Have a nice lunch.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. right, friends, it is time for lunchbox trading. Hopefully, you've got your ham sandwich or whatever it is that you're going to have for lunch. And got a very special guest today. We've got Senna, who is one of Coach Jay's lunatics, a VIP member, and we're looking very much forward to getting to know Senna. He is currently already in an XFA. He has locked out for the day with the the first day with some good profits. So if we Senna's going to take any trade, it'll be in a trading combine. But great day, great first day for you, Senna, in the XFA. Coach Jay, how are you holding up? How are things?
Doing well, doing well. Good to be on here with Senna.
I just entered.
Just heard an
Sorry.
order filled.
Oh, I recognize that
Somebody's
voice.
in a trade.
Yeah.
Hogue, I thought that was you. Senna, talk to us a little bit. You are trading in that VIP combine right now. You are in a
Yes.
trade. Talk to us a little bit about what got you into this one.
Right. So we've just bounced off an area in the volume profile where there are more sellers than buyers. I'm going to keep a really tight stop here. I mean, a really, really tight stop, because if it gets rejected, it could, it could drop through that area. So I'm going to put a stop at 23,553. And there we go. There. Essentially, the reason that I took that is because the area above, from about 23,560, there are more buyers than sellers, by more than 5%, which I'm getting off an indicator here. And then above it, it kind of tails off because we haven't really done much there. So there shouldn't be that much resistance if we manage to get up there. If this doesn't work, then it's just a paper cut. And I'll just see how that proceeds.
And you're long 1 MNQ?
I'm long 1 MNQ, yeah.
All right. And your entry price, I'm looking at, it looks like it's about 23,558.
Yep, 23,558 exactly. Yeah.
All right. And just 5 ticks of risk on that trade. Very very tight risk.
Yeah. I mean, I tend to move into, if I'm doing it manually, if I'm not letting the bot trade, I move into break even very, very aggressively. So I can end up taking a lot of paper cuts, but when the trade goes well, then it's fine.
Pays off.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this one right now.
Well, let's hope.
We'll see.
Not out of the woods yet. Yeah.
Well,
good. Long from 558.
I'm inclined to agree with you. I mean, we're above the initial balance high. We're seeing the S&P is continuing to try and push to the upside. I believe the house account is still
looks better to me, actually.
Yeah, it does, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well,
I mean,
you and I speak the same language. You're a profile guy.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, once I discovered the profile, I kind of got it. And then most of my failures have been down to, behaving like a basic ape and, clicking and, just getting the endorphin hits and going on tilt. But being a technologist, I just try to remove myself from that. So I rely mostly on bots if I can, and Copilot.
Copilot. I've heard that before. Is this something you've coded?
Yeah. So I have a few copilots with some AI based and some, well, they're both AI based. One's using a time series model, which tracks time series data, a bit like a language model but for numbers. And the other one is using a mixture of that time series and a vision model, one of Google's vision models. So I've got the Motive Wave guys kind of allowing me to see the contents of the screen. They're looking at that now. They're adding that feature in Motive Wave 7. So that I can actually feed this stuff directly into some of my models and let them see and react directly.
So when you're not a trader, what do you do?
I'm kind of a tech guy, tech founder, I guess, involved in kind of cryptography and identity. And most recently, just because I've been doing trading with another top step trader, actually, yeah, Coach Yolo, as he's known, or Mateo as I know him. We've just kind of, because I've had a lot of issue with trade copiers, so we've built a kind of trade copier and execution engine, which we're currently testing, and that kind of can talk to some of these bots and things that we're talking about. So yeah, we've been working on that as well. A lot of tech stuff, basically.
So what you're saying is you're really smart.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't say that. I like tech, right? And it's luckily I get paid for doing what I'd basically be doing for free in a garage.
Order filled.
Right. So it's a nice position to be in.
Nice. Nice.
I'm going to
Speaking of a nice position to be in, this is a nice trade that you're in right now.
Yes, it is.
Senna, I was going to ask you, similar to we had the VIP meeting the other day. Clearly, this is a good trading setup. But one of the questions we had asked the other day, when we were taking that setup, and you were saying you were in a trade and managed this trade as you see fit. What would you grade this setup, letter grade wise?
This is a B.
And the reason I asked that question, Ho, one of the things we've been trying to focus on with the VIPs is, taking high quality setups. We had Senna, in, a power hour meeting that we did the other day, came in and said, hey, I'm in a trade. Asked a very similar question. And I think, just for all of us, right, it's good to have that awareness. I asked, Senna, what letter grade is this trade? He said a C. So I asked the follow-up question, okay, so why are you in it? And cut the trade and then immediately got back into the trade after validation of what would have been a stop out and got back into the trade and got back into it. And then that trade was a B as well. And I think clearly we're seeing here, this is a trade that is working out pretty well. You got 10 points in the profit right now on what is, somewhat of a breakout trade where some traders may be scared to take this, but I think from your volume analysis perspective,